Ever sign up for a phone plan thinking, wow, great price. And then a few months later, it's like, surprise, Maul, your bill is way higher than they said.
With Boost Mobile, you pay $25 a month forever, Rory.
Forever,
That's
forever,
unlimited
forever,
talk, text, and data starting at just $25 a month. No price hikes, no contract. Forever.
Forever. Name that movie. Plus, Boost Mobile is now a legit nationwide 5G network. They've invested billions building 5G towers across the entire country.
Visit boostmobile.com or head to your local Boost store today and get unlimited talk, text, and data for $25 a month forever.
Forever. 5G speeds not available in all areas. After 30 GB, customers may experience slower speeds. Customers will pay $25 a month as long as they remain active on the Boost Unlimited plan. Maul, before we get right to the episode, I do want to plug that my guys, Emotional Oranges, put out their debut album. I know. They put out a bunch of projects, but this is the debut album. Orenji.
Debut.
Yes. Orenji, which is in Korean, orange, naturally. They're so worldwide now. It's worldwide music. It's actually one of my favorite projects that they've ever put out. So I highly suggest everyone go stream that. Especially summertime music as well. It's great for the car. Weather's getting good. Let's just be orange, man. But, let's get to the show.
New Rory and Mal.
And we are back. New Rory and Mal, sponsored by Boost Mobile. What a weekend. I almost cursed. Thank God I didn't. Look at the restraint. Look at the restraint in my older age.
You can't start the weekend curse. You can't start the week cursing.
Yeah, no, but like in a Wolf of Wall Street, get us all excited.
It's great. It's a good time to be here, man. Great time to be here.
What a weekend! The Knicks are officially the greatest dynasty in NBA history. It is official. I mean, I get it. Lakers, Celtics, you guys did some things in the last ton of years, but the Knicks made it to the Eastern Conference Finals. We are the greatest dynasty of my lifetime.
Yes.
I mean,
enjoy it. So go ahead. Keep going, man. Yeah, because you're not going to get this again. Not in our lifetime. So you just got to keep going.
I know the Democrats are looking for a candidate. I think Jalen Brunson is probably the best pick at this point.
Absolutely. Definitely can be mayor.
What can't he do?
No, he can be mayor at this point. At this point, I mean, he hangs out probably just as much as the mayor.
No, he hangs out less than the mayor.
Yeah, he actually has a job.
Matter of fact, Mayor Adams should look at his work ethic.
Yeah, Jalen Brunson actually has a job that he does. The mayor of New York.
He serves New York City.
Yeah, he serves New York City on a real level. The actual voting, the guy that they voted for, not so much. He's in DR at a hookah lounge. Every time you look up, I don't know what he's doing.
I have never seen Josh Hart smoke hookah with French Montana.
Never.
Not once in my life.
Never seen Jalen Brunson doesn't even smoke. He doesn't even smoke. So I'm with you. We need to vote. When Jalen is done doing what he's doing on 32nd Street, we need to talk about what he can do in the office.
And I mean, we don't have to get right into sports right away, but this is beyond sports. This is just a New York City thing.
Yeah.
This is incredible.
City feels very connected, very alive, very together right now.
Yeah. And I mean, shit. What'd we win by? We started taking it easy on them.
I think it was like 31, 30, something like that.
Man, if the Celtics had their full roster, we still cleaning them up.
I mean, listen, it doesn't matter, man. The Knicks was hurt last year. Brunson got hurt. The year before that, Julius was hurt. It doesn't matter. The Knicks will take it however they can get it.
Pacers, I'm not even a Kappa for this series. Fuck Indiana.
Yeah.
Indiana University, everything that's to do with Indiana, I don't even fuck with it. I'm not a nuke for the week.
Yeah.
I'm calling it. I know it's a bold prediction. Knicks in 1.
I like it. Very bold, very bold. I like it.
Let's see how it plays out.
Yeah. See
Knicks
how it plays out. Yeah, we got to see how it plays out. But congratulations to the Knicks and all of the Knicks fans. It's been a long time since the city has been able to have this type of energy. The interesting part is though, as you look around the 4 remaining teams in the playoffs, the Knicks DNA is on every team pretty much, except for Indiana. I think Indiana doesn't have any former Knicks, do they? Obi Toppin, okay. Obi, former Knick. Timberwolves,
and Obi kind of smoked us last year.
Yeah, DiVincenzo and Julius.
Obi kind of went off last
Minnesota. Hartenstein with OKC. Yeah, man, the Knicks DNA.
Either way, it's going to be a reunion.
Tibbs DNA is all over this thing, is all I'm saying. Like, they like to give Tibbs shit. He runs his players into the ground. But listen, man, the last 4 teams in the conference finals, the Knicks DNA is heavy. So it's going to be interesting to watch.
What's Tibbs' what's his background? Because he is definitely like a Russian Jewish mobster from Brighton Beach. Like keeping the starters in that long.
Up
and
30?
like how you still look salty and you up 30.
Yeah. Yeah, no. He
Just glaring at the other side. Like
job not done. Job, like Kobe said, job not done. Tibbs don't care if we up 30. He's seen some things from that sideline. Tibbs has seen his teams blow 20-point leads. He's like, listen, man, we knocking right there at the door of the Eastern Conference Finals. I'm not taking my foot off the gas, but congratulations to the Knicks in making the first Eastern Conference Finals since 1999. That's crazy to even think about it like that. I thought Melo got there at least once.
Melo never made it out of the first round.
Damn, that's crazy. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's tough. But congrats to the Knicks, man. It's gonna be interesting to watch. And the conference finals is gonna be interesting to watch. I think the 4 teams remaining are probably 4 of the most exciting teams in the league to watch. So
the first game is on Wednesday. Volume said they were gonna put us on the hardwood. So if you don't see us there at the Volume,
yes,
flood their comments, their Twitter. They told us.
Come on, Colin.
I would never lie on the microphone.
Colin, we heard you. We heard you, and we answered the call.
Colin personally called me over the weekend and said, Rory, I need you on the hardwood. I said, Colin, if you need me there, I'll be there.
Listen, I'll clear the schedule, Colin. Just let me know what time.
Only for you
at the entrance, and I'll be there. But shout out to the Knicks, and it's gonna be fun to watch, man.
Have you spoke to Julius during this playoff run?
No, I haven't spoken to him.
He's been balling.
I thought about hitting him. I'm like, nah, I don't want to hit him, and then they go on a crazy losing streak. I'm like, nah. I'll hit.
You're
him.
the bad luck?
I don't know. I don't want to be, so I'll hit him. I'll reach out to him after everything is all said and done. But no, he's been balling. So shout out to Julius, man. I'm happy to see him doing his thing out there in Minnesota.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Outside of that, it was I guess a pretty busy weekend for our podcast.
How busy was it, man? I've been trying to like step away from everything podcast related and just like live a little when it's the weekend and then come back together and kind of talk about everything. But somehow, somewhere, I felt so connected to all of you over the weekend. Even Peach, I felt connected to.
Even better.
Oh, God. Oh, my God. Benner.
More connected than anything.
Yeah, I was more connected to Benner this weekend than I've ever been in my entire life.
Maybe we're not going to.
No, we can't.
It won't even be a Patreon thing, but.
Can't talk about that.
Just know, thoughts and prayers.
Yeah, thoughts and prayers to Benner. That's our guy. But yeah, man, it's been a lot of things happening over the weekend. We'll get to Demaris in a minute. Cause I totally forgot Baby D. You came here. First of all, Baby D came here. She bought y'all food, right?
Yes.
Let me tell you how Baby D adds insult to injury. So Baby
it's not
D,
vegan.
No, she does what she does over the weekend, right? Cool. No, we'll get to that. But then she comes in here. She got food for y'all. Mm-hmm. I don't know what she bought you or Pete. She just said food. She said, Ma, my food has meat in it. Pause. So I got you a banana. Now. Rory, I don't know if you've ever seen anything more racist than a black woman holding a banana towards a black man. I don't know if you've ever seen.
And you're dressed like the man in the yellow hat today.
Oh my God, yeah, like I don't know if she's.
I don't know if I'm allowed to say that.
More racist than that. But thank you, Baby
Well,
D.
you gonna explain to these people how much you love bananas?
Oh, I love bananas.
Exactly.
I love.
And
bananas.
I thought about you because
I said thank you. Don't make it seem like I didn't say thank you, Demaris. I appreciate it. I said thank you. I appreciate it. Did I not say that?
you did.
Exactly. All right,
After
cool.
I stared at you. You stared at me, I stared at you.
No, because I was looking at you holding a banana. You was holding it like this, and I'm just like, Baby D, you could have just said, Ma, I got some bananas in there for you. Like, you could have just said that. You came back here holding a banana like it was a Grammy. Like, what you want me to say to that? Like, that's fucking crazy.
My bad, I'm sorry.
And that's one of those, like, just don't bring me anything.
Yeah.
See, no, I don't think that's fair. I didn't say, damn, I got to bring Maul something. I'm going to bring him a banana. I was sitting up there like, oh, I have all of these bananas. I should bring Maul some because Maul likes bananas. But we don't like ordering them for the office because they always go bad.
Yeah.
So.
She treated you like, when you have a cousin that starts like dating a chick with kids and you having your own Christmas and like, you don't really know her yet. So you like try to find something last minute for her kids.
You get them socks.
It's like, yo, I thought about you. No, you didn't. You realized today was Christmas and they were coming.
And they were here. They were going to be here. You didn't want them to feel left out. It's okay, man. It's all right. As adults, listen, I appreciate it. Thank you for the banana. And I'm going to eat the banana paws because I am kind of.
Well, I will make a vegan meal for you. Whatever you want that's vegan, I will make it for you.
Okay.
I'm not making vegan mac and cheese, though. That's an abomination. But anything else.
Baby, I keep telling you, I got to take you to the spot so you can try they vegan baked mac and cheese. I got it. See, I'm mad I even told you it's vegan because I feel like a lot of that shit is like your mental and you going into it knowing that it's like vegan. I should have just been like, yo, my mom's made some baked mac and cheese over the weekend. I can't eat it.
No, because then when I say you know, I love your mom. I don't want to say her mac and cheese trash, like thinking it's real mac, and then that shit is like
Nah, because you wasn't gonna say it's
Cashew
trash. You was gonna be like, yo, this is good. I was gonna be like, yo, that's vegan.
I'm cool. No, but I made last night I made baked turkey wings, smoked cabbage, and
How you smoke your cabbage?
well, you smoke meat.
Oh, okay.
You smoked
like
meat
smoked
and-
turkey neck?
Yep. No, I used smoked beef sausage.
Okay.
And yeah, and a little bit of smoked pork. But yeah, so made cabbage and then
You eat pork, baby D?
cornbread. I eat bacon.
Okay.
Like most Negroes. Cornbread and then macaroni and cheese. So I made that.
Oh, you went crazy last night.
Yeah.
What was the occasion? Just Sunday?
Yeah, just Sunday. So
Who was there?
nobody.
You made all that for yourself?
Well, my little sister left in the morning. Yeah, she had a little bit. But,
Okay.
yeah. But I wanted that and I've been craving it, but I can't leave that in the house for me to eat all that shit. So I bought it here for the guys.
All right. So y'all get the slops.
Yeah. And I don't know why it's like certain names of food bother me when others don't. Like hearing like pork shoulder or neck, like when I see it on a menu, like makes me cringe a little bit, even though I like that.
Till it's
But
on
like
the plate?
chicken breast doesn't bother me at all.
Yeah.
But there's no difference
You're a boob
between
man.
breast and but I love boobs. Like I wouldn't want to slaughter them and eat them.
Yeah.
But it doesn't make me cringe the way it's like pork shoulder. It's like, you guys are creative at restaurants. Come up with a new name for shoulder.
Yeah.
Like trick me.
Trick me.
I just feel like they're so creative with everything. They put different languages on that shit that I
Yeah.
have to like Google
So what it
translate.
means, yeah.
But like we can't come up with something else for neck.
Yeah.
Like just call it. I know it's a neck, but please just call it something else. Like,
Yeah, it looks
make
like a
me
neck.
feel better.
Yeah, I can see the neck bone.
Makes my shoulder go like this when I read shoulder. Like, ugh.
Oh man,
But you be eating it off the bone though.
that's
facts.
that's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yo,
Telling the man he be eating it off the bone is just wild. But that's just me.
I hope this doesn't come across as hate because I'm really happy that they're overcharging for what they did to Bob Marley. But the Jamaicans in New York City right now, in the food trucks and the food festivals, highway fucking robbery.
Really?
Yeah.
I went to the 9th Ave Food Festival and they was really, really grilling some jerk chicken.
Mhm.
Like I could smell. I was like, okay, yeah.
You can smell like 10 blocks away.
That smells like Richmond Hill, Queens. All right, bet. I'm going over there.
Mm-hmm.
2 jerk chicken orders, come rice and peas, vegetables. I get a side of mac, champagne cola, and a tin. Can you please guess how much that cost?
I'm gonna say $30.
It should cost around 22.
$74.98. I'm not gassing for the podcast. I'll bring the receipt in. And I had cash on me, and I could see that they were one of like the catering joints from Queens. So I was like, oh, they want
Wait,
cash.
what did you order?
Two plates of jerk chicken, like 2 orders.
Okay.
That come with rice and peas.
Yeah.
Champagne cola, ting, a side of mac and cheese.
Oh, that should have been about 50. I thought you only said one. That should have been about 50.
dinners is $74.
So it was 25 each for the jerk chicken. The ting and the champagne cola were $5 each, and the side of mac was $15.
A side of
Highway
mac being $15.
robbery.
That's
Crazy.
insane. And you ain't even got nowhere to sit down and eat that shit
So-
for real.
I was like, they definitely want cash. I was, trying to be cultural appropriate. Like,
And Trump has egg prices now.
They don't even want to
so-
fuck with the cars. I got cash on me. I had to go back to the stroller to get more fucking cash. I was like, no, I think you rang up someone else's order.
Nah, we'd have had to split one dinner.
Yeah.
That's how we'd have to do that.
That shit was for Amara? You
No,
bugged
my
out.
mom, because I was
Oh.
bringing food back to Jersey. So I was like, let me just grab, this smells great. Let me do that. $74.98.
Nah, they tripped.
Then had the nerve to say the tip jar's right there.
That's a pair of New Balances.
Mm-hmm.
That's an electricity payment.
Yo, $74 for 2 dinners?
It's my Verizon bill.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
From the truck, not even a restaurant.
No, it was a tent. It wasn't even the truck.
Nah,
they didn't have to pay for gas.
Nah, they wildin'.
They didn't have to pay for gas. Is actually very funny.
And they tricked me because they had, you know the grill I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Shit looks like a fucking barrel. I was like,
Yeah.
oh yeah. No, this is
it.
for real.
Yeah, no, this
Well,
is
was it-
Recognize,
good?
oh, you on Liberty Ave? All right,
Yeah.
bet. This is good.
Yeah.
Was it good?
74. Yeah, it was amazing. But all I could think was $74.98 in my head with
Yeah,
everybody.
like that's the thing. Like it's good, but it's not $75 good though.
$75.
Yeah, nah. We're not doing that. Not for no. Come on, man. I love supporting vendors and food trucks, supporting my people, but come on, man. Y'all charging Philippe prices
So,
now.
That's champagne cola, not Dom P.
Yeah,
Like,
that's not champagne.
it's not Ace.
You
That's a
sure?
soda.
Yeah,
There's no alcohol in that
They
shit.
might have gave you some Cristal or something. You sure that wasn't Cristal? $75 for 2 dinner plates is wild.
Yeah, it was nuts.
At a tent? Man, at a restaurant, you can understand, but come on, at a tent, nah, y'all support my people, love y'all, man. But come on, man, we gotta. I mean, I know inflation is real, but come on, man, relax with the prices.
Insane.
Yeah,
but I mean, it was a fun weekend of taking Amara to place. Took her like some marine biology shit. Where, listen, there's turtles, eels, all this amazing shit going on. Amara just wants to run around a tree and throw a stick.
Yeah.
Then I took her to Hudson Yards for a magic show. She just wanted to go play with the fake rocks next to like the picnic table.
What kids want to do. Yeah, I get it. I saw
this motherfucker's literally taking like doves out of thin air, Amara. Stop making a rock collection in the corner.
It means nothing. They don't care about that dove. I went to the movies. I saw The Accountant 2 finally this weekend.
Okay.
Incredible movie. Incredible. I love The Accountant 1, the first one. This is 2 is way better than the first one though. Ben Affleck really has like I see what he's doing with this series. Kind of like what Denzel did with Equalizer. Yeah. I think that's what they're on their way to doing with The Accountant. But I went to see part 2. Great film. Enjoyed it. They really did a good job. And yeah, man, you should go check it out. Did you see the first one?
I saw the first one.
Did you like it?
Loved it.
Yeah, part 2 to me is a lot better though.
Where do we rank Ben? I feel like Matt Damon gets his flowers. A lot of A-listers get their flowers. I just don't know if we give Ben the proper respect that he deserves.
What? No, I think Ben Affleck gets his respect.
We've even had like top 5 actor conversations on this pod, even down to like us doing the draft shit on Patreon. Like, no one ever brings up Ben Affleck, and you can. Because his shit matches up.
Top 5, though? I'm not.
He's making a top 10.
Okay. I'm not mad at that.
I mean, if you want to go like fucking like all the way back, no, I'm talking about this era.
Okay. Yeah.
Fucking, what's the racist guy that's been making movies for the last 75 years? Clint Eastwood. Thank you. See, you know exactly what I was talking about. Yeah, I'm not like saying like he's going up against Clint for the last 75 years. Yeah. But this era, like from 1990 to now, yeah, Ben is up there. He's top 10 to me.
I'm not mad at that.
He's done action. He's done everything.
Yeah, he's done. I think once you get, Batman, if you were Batman and then you were in the town, all right, now we like it's like all right, fam.
And then Gone Girl, you're checking every box.
Yeah. Then the Accountant, you're the autistic, hitman.
Well, that's because he lost the other autistic role to Matt Damon and what's the one with when they're in Boston and he can like do math and shit. Good Will Hunting.
They're in Boston,
he wanted to be the autistic guy, but then he had to be the Southie fucking. You're gonna make it out. Ben wanted to be that guy.
Yeah, man. Accountant, you got to go check it out. If you haven't seen it yet, definitely go see it. It's worth going to the movies.
Demaris, I know you were out in the streets. We will get to all the bullshit, but just warming up.
I was outside.
I'm in a good mood.
I was not out. I was not in the streets.
Where you was at?
You were.
No, I wasn't. I went to. Where'd I go?
You went to see. I know where you went.
Oh, I went to Saint. Mm-hmm. I went to Saint.
That's the streets.
That is not the streets.
Yeah.
I had one porn star martini.
I thought you were about to say something else. I'm about to say that's the streets for sure. I thought you were about to say I only had one porn star.
I was like, anytime I'm with porn stars, I invite you. You invite me?
I went to Saint. I had one porn star martini, and then I went to.
How does one make a porn star martini? What's in that?
Vodka, passion fruit liqueur. I forgot, but it's like passion. It's like a passion fruit martini.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. And then I went to Last Lap, and Last Lap was empty. Last Lap is never empty. It was empty on a Saturday. So went, had some good food, had a couple too many drinks, and then I went and stopped by Sahara. I just did the rounds.
You hit every stop in the streets.
Yo, baby, we not doing this. We got to stop this shit sooner or later. That's out. That's in the streets.
You know what? I don't.
3 spots in one night.
Like if she said, "Hey, I just went to Lap, it was empty." It's not like I went to Saint Lap and Sahara.
Yeah.
But this is my thing. I don't feel like it's the streets if I'm not socializing. So if I am only talking to the people I came with and we are not interacting with anyone, I don't feel like I was.
Nah, stop. No, we got to stop doing that.
Then I've never been in the streets in my life.
If that's the case, I've never been in the streets. I don't talk to no these niggas.
But I feel like in the streets is like, like you kind of like flirting, you mingling, you networking. I wasn't on that.
In the streets, networking.
That's great.
No, in the streets, if you went to 3 different spots in one night, baby D, you was outside. I go to 3 different spots in one night, I'm gonna have to get an IV.
Yeah.
I didn't feel outside though. I don't know. I think it was just, we were just sitting, we were talking, laughing, drinking. I did drink a little bit too much, smoke a little hookah, and that was that. I was home by 3 a.m.
Smoking hookah, 3 different spots, and you talking about you wasn't in the streets?
I don't know. I mean, maybe.
Man, get the baby.
I don't know. I just don't, because
You was outside,
I didn't have one of them nights where it's like, yo, we outside, like we running. It wasn't like that. We were chilling.
No, y'all wasn't going crazy, but you hit 3 different venues in one night.
But they regular venues. Like,
nah, but that's 3
the
Saint.
definition of the streets.
Yeah, Saint, Last Lap, and Sahara. That's the streets. That's how you outside.
Oh, okay. Well,
That's like you hopped around the city. You was on the east side. You was downtown. You was west side. Like you was all over the place.
You're right. You might be right.
Yeah, nah, you was outside, and it's okay. But don't sit here and try to put stipulations. Nah, because I wasn't really talking to nobody. I wasn't flirting. So because you're not flirting, that means you ain't in the streets.
I feel like being in the streets is like when you have like you in the streets when you trying to go home with someone.
Hold on, wait. Weren't you making out with a girl on your IG story?
Oh, that was supposed to go to close friends?
It was not making out.
That's the definition of, if you ask Sahara East making out with a girl on camera, outside.
We were not making out. She gave me a what's the little things?
The little shotgun.
Shotgun.
Shit?
She gave me a shotgun.
We were trying to kiss chicks in junior.
We were not making out.
She was passing hookah smoke?
Yeah, that's all.
She had a cancer. I dig it.
Nah, they lip locked.
Y'all kissed?
I even went
No,
back
we
to
did
the
not
video.
kiss.
Oh, okay.
We did not kiss. It was the girl you met here. We did not kiss.
Okay.
No.
Right.
We were chilling. I tried to get Rory to come. Let me tell you.
No,
about
when I saw
Rory.
the video, I was like, damn, I should have went.
I
went back to the video, and in my head, I was like, Rory, she's a coworker. Rory, she's a coworker. Rory, she's a coworker.
Let me tell you what Rory did, right?
That video was fire.
Rory hit me with I'm like, yo, Rory, I'm at Saint. He like, word, I'm putting Amara down, da, da, da. I'm like, all right, well, just meet me at lap. He like, bet. So when I get to lap, he like, what you doing? Like, where it's at? What it's looking like? Who all there? Nigga, you don't want to come. I just stopped texting him.
Yeah.
I just stopped texting him.
No, but those is valid questions. As a dad, I need to know, is it worth me leaving my house and leaving my daughter to come outside and hang out for, like, those are valid questions as a dad, though.
And
like, if I'm putting my kid down, that's a valid question.
She's leaving out a huge part because she's like, all right, I'm going to be at Saint. And mind you, Saint is 1 block over from where I am at a specific time. And I was like, all right, I can make that time. She showed up way later and then stayed at Saint for like 5 minutes. So I would have walked over to Saint.
Yeah.
I showed up late.
In my slides and PJs.
I showed up late, and even when I got there, you said, oh, I'm still trying to put Amara down. You wasn't even prepared.
No, I was prepared for the time before. But once nobody was there, then, I might as well just put Amara down now. Like, Kia could have put Amara down.
You ain't want to come on.
No, I wanted to go. I even said to Kia, I was like, I'm probably going to go to Saint. She was like, cool. And then when you guys were late, I was like, I got bedtime routine. They're all flaking.
I love.
And then by that point, they had went down to the lab. I was like, am I going to leave Hell's Kitchen and go down there? But here's the issue. I wasn't asking her those questions because I was trying to get out of it. I was trying to convince myself not to go.
Yeah.
Because once Amara was down, I caught that second win. After chasing her around in 80-degree heat all fucking day with a sunburn, I caught that like, all right, go treat yourself. You deserve a drink.
Yeah.
I was just asking any question for Demaris to give me a reason not to go. That's what I was trying to do.
Yeah, you fishing.
Yeah.
You fishing for a reason.
I wasn't
leave.
fishing to get out of it.
Nah.
I was trying to convince myself not to go.
Bro, you're talking to somebody that's mastered that. I've mastered it. Yo, so who there? All right, well, let me know if it pick up in like 15 minutes what it's looking like.
Pick up is crazy.
Let me know if
What's
it pick
wild,
up.
she didn't answer when I asked what's it look like in there, which I was happy about because I thought there was like the complex food fest shit, I think in Brooklyn.
Okay.
So I assumed everybody that was there was going to go to Last Lap, and I didn't want to do that. So I was assuming she'd be like, nah, it's super packed in here. And I would have been like, all right, cool. No way I'm doing that.
Yeah.
What I found out the next day was it was completely empty. If she would have texted me, it's dead, I'd be like, oh, I'm on my way.
Yeah, it was dead.
Make sure there's a chair right there.
Yeah, I was taking shots back, had a little espresso martini, some wings. Shout out to the Last Lap group. They always make sure we good. Yeah, everything was amazing. It was good. The thing is, when money was outside because the Knicks won and they won their parlays. Yeah.
And
yeah, wait, hold on, Rory. You can't just move past that.
I tried to ignore it.
Demaris said, shout out to the niggas that was outside because the money was outside because the Knicks won and niggas hit their parlay. Demaris, let me promise you something. Niggas did not hit their parlays this weekend. It was so many niggas upset.
30 point. What was the spread?
Yo, they was like, Jaylen Brown can't get fucking 22. He fouled out in the third quarter. He picked up 3 fouls in like 2 minutes. I was like,
the starters are still in?
Yeah, everybody thought Jaylen Brown was going to go crazy because Jason Tatum wasn't playing. Everybody had Jaylen for that deuce. It didn't happen. They was on my phone like, yo, they going to trade him. He's out of here. Boston is Yeah, baby D. Niggas didn't hit their parlays.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe they're just in a good mood because the Knicks won.
Yeah,
And
that's what it was.
A little bit of my ego is why I wanted to go out as well. Because I didn't want anyone thinking I was scared to go outside my own city.
Haha.
Like, because I saw people tweet me and shit. And I was like, nah, I gotta let the city see me.
Wait,
No,
why,
I'm not scared of the brims.
wait, why would you be scared? Wait, what? Oh.
By the way, I am scared of the brims. I want to make that very clear.
Terrified, actually.
I actually wore this for you guys today.
Yo,
To show
red
solidarity.
as a peace offering is
Solidarity. Solidarity. I wore this red shirt as a sign of solidarity.
We're more alike than we are different.
Yeah. Yeah, you got to start saying shit
Just
like
some
that.
shit that makes no sense.
Oh, man.
But yeah, I didn't want people thinking like I was scared to go outside or anything.
Yeah.
Because I mean, everyone knows it gets shaken at last lap.
Yeah, it gets crazy. And it's already tight in there. Like, you get into a fight in last lap, you're going to get hit by accident.
You gonna get jumped by
You're
accident.
gonna run into the wall.
Yeah. You can't fight in last. There's no fighting in last because you can't fight. There's no room to fight in last lap. All right, baby D, you was outside. We know.
But yeah, I mean, I didn't want people thinking after Cardi said what she said that I wasn't gonna go outside. Like, you think I was scared?
No. I think you should have been, no?
Facts. Damn, I look good. Sorry. That's what I was thinking the whole time.
All right, so do we want to start with this or do we want to get to homie court?
Nah, let's start with this.
Okay, well, all right,
This is
we'll
gonna- this
go
This
in
gonna
order.
parlay us into homie court, though. This gonna parlay us.
I'll
Facts.
read this. Do you want backstory?
Oh, yeah, give some backstory.
Okay, so I woke up first thing in the morning and
I'm not gonna say anything like I did in that clip.
Okay. I woke up and there is a clip page that clips, they wake up, the moment we drop, they clip anything that they think can be inflammatory. So they made a clip of
Inflammatory.
they made a clip of me standing up for women and a little bit of the Cardi conversation was in it and then it got cut out.
I love how you just worded that. They
What?
clipped me standing up for women.
Yeah,
They
yeah,
did.
yeah.
That wasn't the headline.
They clipped me being an advocate.
An advocate.
And a little bit of when Rory said, is Cardi gonna take accountability? They clipped and then left the rest of the context out. They didn't hear Maul really shitting on Cardi. They didn't hear any of that, right?
Oh, we're getting to homie court early.
So
I did not shit on
So-
Cardi.
We'll get there.
So that clip kind of went viral. Cardi's fans got a hold of it and Cardi obviously saw it and she felt some type of way because all she saw was Rory saying, is Cardi gonna take accountability, right? So she then drops in her broadcast on IG, basically a paragraph saying, no sympathy shit because I live and learn. I've been through worse in life, but I went through so much shit and deceit and I don't tell my story and put these nasty bitches on blast because I seen God handle every woman and the men that put tears in my eyes and pain in my heart in the worst way. When a white man like Rory talking
Facts.
about I need to be held accountable for shit he don't know one thing about, it really makes me see red. This is not a competition. This is me taking baby steps to finally feeling happy. Seeing my sky blue with birds and trees again. Damn, the dick good. Seeing my sky blue with birds and trees again instead of rainy days. I feel lightweight, motivated, in love with life, in love with love, in love with my career, and most importantly, in love with my 3 kids no matter what. Shut the fuck up, you white bitch, before I light a match up your ass.
Facts.
That's so poetic.
All right, so I feel like my ass needs to be in the rafters at this point because Nicki put a broomstick up there and now Cardi B is putting a match.
Well,
Like,
Cardi's
dog,
gonna
come
light
on.
the end of the broom that's hanging out your ass. Cardi's gonna light that.
All right, let's find the positives here. Can we be happy that I'll take the credit? You know what? Fuck it. I'm tired of being humble. I will take the credit in finding the one thing Cardi B and Nicki Minaj can agree on, and it's that I'm a white bitch that deserves something in his ass.
Okay.
I ended the Nicki and Cardi beef based off their mutual hate for me in agreement that I should not be speaking about anything cultural.
Right.
So, yeah, I take pride in that.
Okay.
I think that's something that I contributed to the culture. I brought Cardi and Nicki together. If you guys can never agree on anything else,
They both hate
over here, at least we can find this place.
Yeah, I never seen
We come together here. We know
Yes.
that we dislike this
We
gentleman.
share the same. Yes.
and you deserve to be sodomized. Yeah, I haven't seen
Deserve to be
Barbs.
sodomized is hilarious.
I haven't seen Barbs and Barty Gang agree on anything ever in life, and you had
It
both
takes a
fan
special
bases
type of complexion to do that.
on your ass. I was like, in your ass. Apparently, it was absolutely insane.
Well, what's funny is I'm still trying to get some free data in my phone from the Swifties.
Mhm.
What I also found funny is that the Swifties and what's Cardi's Barty Gang?
Barty Gang.
Barty Gang and the Swifties also agree with something, that I'm a white bitch.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yo, the Swifties are more racist than Barty Gang. I got called more racial things by the Swifties than anyone in Barty Gang.
Because they want to
Self-hating.
call you a but they can't.
Yeah. Exactly. So they call you white bitch instead.
And you know it's a white person behind the
100%.
Exactly.
Self-hate. Love it.
It's definitely self-hate.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I got them up off your ass. I stood up for you.
Yes, Cardi did apologize. She said, "Oh, sorry, Rory." But I understand. We all see clips and take things out of context.
Mhm.
And then she saw the real clip and, smoke went to mall. But I'm here to disappoint like all of the internet streets with like maturity. I know this was like a green light. I even saw the comments for the first time ever. People were on my side. Like, damn, I was fucked up. You didn't even say anything. Finally, this could be my moment to be like all the other media personalities and scream at the top of my fucking lungs. And I'd be right.
Right.
Women.
Yeah.
Fucking women.
Yeah.
Like, I could be that guy. I could threaten her, all that. But I did not go that route. Cardi B and I spoke
Okay.
for the whole afternoon. I won't reveal the entire conversation. It was a private conversation. But we had a great talk.
Good.
And I think that can also happen in media.
Yeah.
We don't all need to just scream at the camera because we get one little green light from one miscommunication.
Yes.
Now it's like, well, you can't dictate how someone replies.
Right.
I can, yeah. I can reach out and I don't think it compromises anything. If Cardi B puts out a bad song that I don't like, I'll say I don't like it. If she puts out a great song.
It's never happened though.
I agree. But I'm saying nothing was compromised because we had a great conversation and spoke.
Yeah. I thought that was...
If there's going to be, if she puts out a great song, I'll say it's great. Bad song, I'll say it's bad. But I also think there's a world where people, especially if we are talking about Cardi B's personal life, has every right to have an opinion about how I speak about that. I'm talking about her life. So having a private convo with her that was calm and super positive and came to an understanding, that's fine too.
Yeah.
We don't need to take these moments to just scream at the top of our lungs for clicks for one day. And then it's going to move on to the next person that's screaming at a woman.
Yeah.
I just don't see anything in it. And I know all the internet comments are going to be like, oh, it's compromise now, trying to be cool, Cardi, like that's so corny. I just think it was a cool human moment. She's going through something. We spoke about it. I talked to her about it. Found understanding. We'll still always be objective, but it doesn't have to be a green light to start screaming at Cardi B now because she said white bitch. And I also believe in double standards for everyone in that comments. What if Rory said black bitch? I'd say get Rory the fuck out the paint.
Y'all
like
would
double
see me
standards.
on camera
I'm a big advocate of double standards.
Yeah.
Double standards exist.
Absolutely.
No, Cardi B calling me a white bitch is not the equivalent of Rory calling Cardi a black bitch.
Right.
I don't know where the fuck y'all are getting that from.
Yeah, no, it's definitely not. But that,
How would y'all feel if Rory said
classy,
that?
though.
They would feel upset as they should.
Yeah, I thought it was classy that she did say she did apologize. I thought that was classy. But I did want to know if you was still a white bitch though.
No. I was actually like hoping like during our conversation on Saturday afternoon that like at the end she was going to double down like, but you still like are a white bitch.
Damn. She didn't double down?
No.
Damn. Fuck.
But shout out to Cardi. We had a great conversation. Maybe one day we can have her on the show.
Maybe one day. I would love to talk to Cardi. Big Bronx shit.
But that would be, she would come to see Demaris. Like, even though we had a good conversation, I'm well aware that my Cardi relationship is, I'm the plus one. Like, that's her homegirl. Yeah, I'm just Demaris' friend.
Yeah.
I don't even think she said my name.
That's why when everybody was mad. I'm
like, you Demaris homie, right? I'm like, Cardi, I've been on a podcast with you before in like 2015.
Yeah.
That's my dog.
I think Tax and Us was the first time you was ever on a podcast.
Yeah. Shout out to Cardi though, man.
It was a great, mature, one of the more mature combos I've had in my podcasting career, because we've talked about it. Plenty of artists have reached out and like had awkward moments. Despite that, the energy there was not that. It was very much progressive. Like, oh yeah, saw the wrong clip. But on my side too, I was like, we was talking about your life. Like, you allowed to feel away. And especially my dumbass white face. I get it.
Now, Demaris jumped in it.
This is the real shit.
This is yeah.
This is where we scream at
shout
women.
Out to Cardi.
Women!
Much love to Cardi. We love Cardi. Now, here's where Demaris comes in at. and I quote.
You've never said that in your life.
And I'm just saying that, and I quote. I feel bad because Rory was just joking to segue the topic. He wasn't being negative. Maul deserves this smoke. He was the one arguing with us. Now, What did I say that was negative or could be deemed negative about Cardi?
Before we get there, because of course we want to give the floor to Demaris to reply. With this thought, I feel bad because Rory was just joking to segue the topic. He wasn't being negative, period. That's all the tweet needed to be. It could have ended right there.
But we're going to give the defendant.
I just want to show that the second sentence, you still get the Cardi B apology. You still get the context.
Right. You still lighten the mood.
Great thought. Right. She still protects a friend and a coworker from Barty Gang. But it seemed a second sentence needed to be said as if the clip was not right below.
Right.
The floor is yours, Senator.
How is the floor mine? What?
What? Nigga? Fuck you mean what?
Mean?
How you gonna say Maul deserves this smoke?
First of all, I also want to let it be known that I was not the first person to say that. If you go to the responses
but you was the one that said it, though.
Every single person responded and said, wait, Maul is the one going off. Everybody said that.
How did I? All right, so remind me, because y'all know I sit here and we talk about shit and kick it sometimes.
Well, in comparison to Rory, you were the one saying Cardi's gonna look stupid when this man basically cheats on her and embarrasses her. This isn't the nigga she should pop out with, yada yada. That's what you were saying.
That's talking shit about Cardi?
No, it's not about talking shit, but you talking shit about her business when you don't exactly know what you're talking about, which was what she was saying in that paragraph, but to Rory. That's why I'm like, okay, but Rory isn't the one that said that. Maul is the one that.
Did Rory say that Cardi needs to take accountability?
Yes, but he said that to segue. He just said that to segue, and then he was like nothing.
I said she does. But y'all saying I deserve this smoke. Like I didn't say nothing negative about Cardi. I was just saying like, yo, you know, Stephon Diggs he has a reputation. He's a playboy.
Okay, but you also said that she's going to look stupid. You listen. Even if you truly believe that you're right, even if you are right. A person who you're sitting up there talking about their love life, their personal life, which is very personal, they have every right to respond to the way that you frame them looking stupid with dating who they're dating when you're not in their bedroom, you're not in their phone, you don't know what's going on.
Okay. Now, let me say this. When you pop out and make the statement that they did that they're dating or they're together right now, I have a podcast, I have a platform. It's directly my job to speak about that.
I agree.
You made it a point to step out and make a statement. That was a statement. Going to a Knicks playoff game, sitting courtside, two high profile people, that's a statement. We're together. So now I sat and I talked about it. All I was trying to say, now I'm not saying maybe the words shouldn't have been Cardi's gonna look stupid. I want to say that. I love Cardi. I don't want to say she's gonna look stupid, but meaning like, okay, now if it pops up that Stephon is on a date with somebody else next week or caught creeping out of a hotel with another girl next week, you think people are not gonna flood Cardi's mentions and say, yo, like, ain't this your man? Is this the dude you was just dating?
Of course, but I can't be.
That's all I'm speaking.
I can't be mad at somebody. It is our job to have certain conversations about certain things, even things that we don't exactly care about, right? But people have every right to respond, and I try to be more thoughtful. Of that
people can respond. Like it's never personal with me. Y'all know me. I don't know any of these people. Well, some of them I don't know personally. I don't know Cardi personally. I love and support Cardi because she's from my city. She's from my town. So anything that she's doing, I'm supporting. But I don't know anybody personally most of the times when I'm talking about them, so it shouldn't be taken personal. Like, I'm not attacking anybody's personal, thing. I'm just saying, like, yo, you stepping out with a dude and you making this statement, this big statement, coming off a divorce, and this is the first guy that we see you with, it's like, yo, I don't know, homie, Stephon is outside. He outside. Stephon Diggs is outside. That's not a secret. Like, he's moving around the city. He's shaking and baking. I don't know if this is the guy that maybe she should be seen with fresh off a divorce. That's all I'm saying. Like, I'm not saying.
All we were saying is we think that's the exact guy.
Long story short, I ain't apologizing to Maul, man. You said what the fuck you said. It's on tape.
Nah, you ratted.
Nah, it's on tape.
Ratted.
Nah.
You ratted.
All's fair and love the internet and our favorite rappers.
Nah, Rory
got
caught.
All's fair and love the internet and our favorite rappers.
Rory got caught.
It was on CCTV, though. We got, like, the footage is right there.
All right, cool. Rory got caught. Demaris told them where I was hiding at.
That's fine.
That's ratting. And you're right. Ratting is fine because niggas get celebrated for being rats these days. So you're absolutely right. Ratting is fine. You snitch now, you get a podcast, you get a deal from all kind of sponsors, you get everything now when you snitch.
I mean, it's kind of like, it's like the Gunna shit, I feel like what Demaris did. I mean, I understood the rat emoji that you would put up, but like she didn't go full like Sammy the Bull 6'9".
Did she drop my name? Did she drop my name on the stand?
It was the
Did she drop my name on the stand?
Yeah.
She said names.
But it was the plea, like, it wasn't going to be used in the case. They had their evidence.
She
like,
said
Gunna was,
Maul
it was a Gunna situation.
She said Maul deserves this smoke.
YSL is a gang. Same thing.
No, it's not.
But it didn't affect the case.
She specifically named Maul. She didn't say Rory's not the one that deserves this smoke. Somebody else might deserve this smoke.
Oh, nigga, we know who somebody else is.
We know who Maul is too, and that's exactly what you said. Maul deserves this smoke. That is Rat 101. She bit the cheese. She took the cheese.
Listen.
She got her Pepsi. She got her chips, and she went in that interrogation room, and she gave him everything.
It was like when 6ix9ine was on the stand. Like, you know, Cardi B's a blood too. Like, sir, she has nothing to do with this case.
Nothing to do with this. Nothing to do with this case.
No, we don't need to know.
Maul had nothing to do with what Cardi was talking about.
No, you were shoddy in the case. What are you talking about? You was the main person.
She pointed out something you said. You said she needs to take accountability. Cardi in her statement said, talking about I need to be accountable. She's talking to something you said.
Okay,
she ain't talking about something Maul said or something you said and she said I said it. No, I didn't say anything that Cardi felt was disrespectful.
Objectively, Maul is actually correct because Cardi did see the wrong clip, not the one that Too Cool to Blog posted.
Mm-hmm.
She saw the one of you talking, and then it ended with me saying, does Cardi need to take accountability? I don't even think Maul's in that clip, period. So I don't even know if Cardi goes...
with this. Maul only
I don't know if Cardi goes
this.
to look at the other clip until Demaris puts that up, because she replied directly to Demaris' tweet. So I don't know, Maul may have a case right now in homie court that may be ratting... because it was a new clip.
The paperwork. She put my name in her
My name is my name.
Yeah, Maul deserves this smoke.
See, I don't like this selective homie court.
How was it selective?
Because I ain't bring you to homie court for shit that you did. I let you rock. I let you get away scot-free.
Me?
You.
What did I do?
I ain't bring you to homie court. You came out here and started ratting on yourself and telling and apologizing and putting up statements.
When?
I never took you to homie court for what you deserve to go to homie court for.
What are you talking? All right, so take me to homie court now. What are you talking about?
No, it's cool.
Nah, it ain't cool. No. So you can't bring that up. You can't bring that up. You can't bring that up.
You already brought up a statement.
Now, if you gonna bring something up and say I need to be a homie court, say what I need to be a homie court for.
Everybody know what you should have went to homie court for, but we already had a conversation
for laughing about a post.
You went and doubled back and laughed again, nigga.
All I did was laugh.
Again.
I can't laugh. I laughed. A nigga laughed and I gotta go to homie court for laughing?
No, I didn't bring you to homie court. I let it go. Why you?
No, you saying I deserve to be in homie court though. For laughing?
It was a charge.
No, fuck.
It was a charge.
We can't laugh?
You can laugh about whatever you want.
Okay, so now,
you can go outside and punch a nigga. All right,
but listen.
You might not go to jail for it.
Here's the difference. You said I deserve to go to homie court because I laughed, right? All I did was laughing emoji. You put my name and said he deserves smoke. Meaning, not only did you put my name in the paperwork, but you was like, get this nigga him. That's what that was. Damn. You like, yo, nah, get him. He the one that deserve it.
Well, we even.
Yeah, like, what was that about?
We even.
Me laughing and you saying Maul deserves the smoke is not the even. That's not even at all. There's no even with that. Sorry.
He bought you an actual hammer?
I asked Josh for the judge mallet, and he brought me this.
Yeah.
It's a lot going on right now.
Yeah.
Okay. I think Maul, there's a lot of strong points right now, but it did trigger something that has not been settled yet with the fake apologies that happened on this podcast months ago. I think we should finally clear the air, same way I did with Lex 10 years later, and have that homie court.
Of what?
Your LOLs.
Okay, so I can't laugh.
You are free to do whatever.
No, but you feel this
is gonna be a repeat of the other one.
See, I can't, because obviously you felt the way about laughing emojis, and cool, you're entitled to feel the way about laughing emojis. But we're not gonna say this is the same, though. We're not gonna say this is the same. Maul deserves this smoke, and me just laughing is not the same.
Okay,
no fucking way in hell.
What do you think? What do you think the difference is?
A laughing emoji was all I put. I just laughed.
No, it ain't even about the original laughing emojis. It's about the fact that you went back and doubled back a week later and laughed again.
No, it was a whole different post.
Yeah, I know. But it was a week later, a week after that post was posted.
But it was a funny post again.
Nigga, you wasn't laughing for a week straight.
Yeah, I was laughing. That was funny. That was funny. Somebody was just pointing out the hypocrisy, and I just laughed at it.
You knew it wasn't hypocrisy.
And he knew it wasn't that's my thing with Maul. That was my only issue with Maul, is Maul knew that it wasn't hypocrisy because Maul was there for the conversation that we had, and he still went back.
It was a funny post. I just laughed.
Maul, let's be real. You didn't even laugh at the second one because you hadn't even seen it.
I only can laugh at what I see.
When we talked about the apology and Peach took it and clipped it up and made it seem like I was arguing, like almost like I was arguing with my boyfriend, and Peach made like a post for me to post about it. I posted it like, oh, this is what happens when you point of view, you already went through his phone, but he lying to you. You laughed at that, and then immediately after you laughed under my page, you went and commented on that.
Commented on what?
On your man's post. You commented on my post, on my little meme that Peach made me. And then immediately after, you went and commented on Drake's thing.
I'm only commenting on what I see, though. I can't comment on things I don't see. Like if I'm on my timeline and I'm seeing shit.
You thought I was being shady when I posted that reel. That's why you commented.
You was being shady.
I wasn't being shady.
Get the fuck out of here.
I was not.
Objection. Give me the shit. Objection. You was being shady.
Peach is right here. Peach is right here.
Stop leading the witness.
Peach,
I don't even
out
know
of
if that
that
works.
asset, out of that apology, Peach created that asset. I didn't create that asset. Peach sent that to me, and I said, it looked like I'm arguing with my boyfriend. I then posted it and said, this is what happened. Like, he trying to explain himself, but you already went through that phone. You're barely
No,
in
you
it.
said something about when you know he lying.
That was underneath. That was the caption underneath. But on the actual post, I literally said, when you arguing with your boyfriend, but you already went through that phone. It had nothing to do with you. I wasn't being funny towards you. But when Peach clipped it up,
I'm in the post.
But it's only your voice. Your face is not in it.
But I'm in it. My likeness is in it.
You felt the way and felt like I was trying to be funny.
My likeness wasn't in this shit here. 5 minutes
I had nothing
to do with this.
Immediately 5 minutes after, you went and commented on Drake's post to be funny. You were not laughing in the moment. You went to be funny.
I was laughing. All I did was
admit that you were being funny.
I was laughing. It was funny to me. I laughed. Still, I'm trying to figure out, how does laughing and a laughing emoji equate to being the same with Maul deserves this smoke?
If there ain't no loyalty on the left, ain't no loyalty on the right.
I can't laugh or fucking laugh. We talking about laughing.
Listen, all is fair in love and our favorite rappers.
Nah, man.
All is fair in love and our favorite rappers.
This is ratting.
Hey.
I don't care what nobody. Maul deserves this smoke. That is ratting. That is biting the cheese. That is asking for Pepsi and Doritos. That is ratting.
She's a civilian.
When I said that, I didn't think you was going to go to jail. You ain't in jail. You free.
I have not seen any 1090 Jake paperwork.
Maul deserves this smoke.
Wack has said nothing
I had to distract. I had to get my homeboy free. I'm YSL Woody. I had to get my homeboy free.
Oh my God. She just said she's YSL Woody.
I threw the case. I had to get my homeboy free.
What? Yo, that is Rat 101.
That means I'm Young Thug.
Yo, what is that? Yo, that is crazy.
Thanks.
Yo, that is crazy. I got ratted on, and they tried to tell me I did not get ratted on.
I threw the case, pointed suspicion elsewhere. I knew you weren't going to get brought up on charges, as you haven't. So
Cardi was going to hold it down.
Both free.
Shit.
I did what I had to do for the podcast. Now y'all both free, and we might actually
Who is yours? I was never in it.
We might actually get a Cardi interview.
She said Rory's needs to shut his white bitch ass up. She didn't say anything about Maul. Maul's name isn't nowhere in Cardi's paperwork at all. Only time Maul's name is mentioned in any paperwork is when Demaris submits her statement and says Maul deserves this smoke.
We're all free, and we're getting the first Cardi B interview when she.
I don't know if I'm free. I gotta go to the Bronx tonight. Them brims might catch me outside like in the night. Like, I don't know if I'm free. Why she keep saying I'm free? I gotta go to Fordham tonight. Like, I might not be free.
Listen, man. Ace had to set up Rico.
He didn't.
Like, it was for the betterment of Harlem.
Nah, that's the rat cast. I'm out of here, dog. I'm out of here. Everybody cool with biting the cheese up here, man.
You act like we ain't got another job.
Nah, man. Fuck that, man. Y'all tripping, man.
So you don't see any equivalent in those two things?
Me laughing emoji? No.
Is that dry snitching?
Look, the same thing she did after mentioning my name. See that? That's the same thing I put over Shorty's post when she posted her shit about Demaris. That same emoji.
But you knew, you could have taken the Demaris route with that girl because you guys are all OVO. That's team. She's team Cardi. So Cardi listened to her and realized she was wrong. You could have talked to your sis. I don't know her name. What's her name? We don't need to get, all right. Talk to your sis in the OVO group chat and be like, hey, you have this wrong. Demaris was taken out of context here. Like, you could have taken this route and been like, hey.
He didn't want to do that?
Hey, your smoke
Why
is
would he do
your
that?
smoke is for DJ Head. It's
I
not
was
for
just-
Demaris.
Regardless if she was right or wrong, I just laughed at just the clip. I was just laughing at it. I didn't feel like she disrespected Demaris in that.
Oh, I don't even like remember the
Yeah,
video.
no, she didn't disrespect.
I'm just stirring shit up for the fun.
Nah, she was just trying to point out hypocrisy, but she didn't call now if she would have been on there trying to kick Demaris like this whack bitch, and she didn't do none of that. She didn't curse. She didn't call Demaris out her name.
I think I was told that I only come out here and say, I say whatever y'all tell me for a check. Whatever y'all tell me to say, I say for a check. That's what I was told.
Did she say that in that clip?
Not in that one. In another one.
Oh, I see. I don't. I'm talking about that clip.
No, she went on for days and days and days.
Oh, I don't see most of that shit. I don't even see that one that I laughed at.
But that's why you should stand with your peoples because you don't even really be knowing what's going on.
The clip. I keep going back to. I laughed at that clip. Whatever my emoji is on, I'm laughing at that. That's it. My name is in paperwork. Right there. Maul deserves this smoke. How is that the same? I count.
The government should have redacted your name. I'm sorry.
I asked for the defendant to be thrown in the darkest cell.
No, she has immunity. She snitched. She's with us.
Yeah, fuck you talking about.
Shit.
Good luck.
What would your witness protection name be?
I don't know. Something like Ashley or Brenda. Ooh, Victoria.
Oh, it's funny. She brought up Ashley because that's why she should be in Homie Corp. We'll save that for Patreon.
Nah, talk about it.
Get your shit off.
Yeah, you think because
here.
you defending me here that you got free range to do whatever? Nah.
Yeah. Take the gavel. Take the gavel.
Damn, whole cast mad at me.
Yo, this is the Rat Cast. We'll be back. We're going to pay some bills, get a word from our sponsors. We'll talk to y'all in a second. The Rat Cast is crazy, man. Jesus Christ.
All right. Well, to make sure this is real, I will reach out to WAC 100 and 1090 Jake. They'll get the
For
full
what?
proper research of Demaris to make sure.
We just saw the paperwork.
We have to triple check, man.
Nah, no, we don't. That's the problem. Y'all like to triple check paperwork.
Yo,
My name was in the
Photoshop
paperwork.
and shit. Like you
Nah,
never
ain't
know.
no Photoshop. That's a what they call it with the blue check on Twitter.
Verified.
That's a verified account. Verified rat. Look at that. That's not verified?
Listen. How's this? Okay, you know what?
All right.
As a woman, I'll take accountability. I could have handled that differently.
That's all Rory was trying to tell Cardi. Look
I
how
didn't
we
say
get
that.
back
I
to
said that. See, now you get me in trouble with Cardi again. I didn't tell her how to handle anything.
It's really him. It's really him. He really the problem. Word of my soul. I've been telling y'all that.
Do I think Cardi needs to be held
Man,
accountable?
check his chest.
Ain't
Wearing
that what-
something?
Ain't that what you-
Check his sneakers.
Ain't that what you just said? Cardi needs to be held take accountability?
No, I asked Demaris, does Cardi need accountability? And she said, do you think that? And I said, no.
Oh, you say she don't need accountability?
No.
Okay.
You didn't do anything wrong.
Well, what did you say, Demaris?
I apologize. I mean mine though. I'm not just saying it. I mean my apology. I apologize. I did not have to throw you to the wolves. I just thought that was a tactic to get, my boy free, but I could have handled that better. I could have left your name out of the paperwork. So I apologize sincerely. That's how an apology is handled.
The first time the Knicks go to the playoffs in 26 years, and the woman just took accountability for the first time.
All right. May 19th, 2025, 3:36 p.m. Cardi B apologized to me and Demaris apologized to you. 2 women back to back. Wow. I'm a little like misty in my eyes right now.
Cardi for president.
Now, do you have anything to say?
Yeah, that's all I wanted from the first.
Hey, Demaris, maybe I could have just laughed by myself in the living room and not posted it to co-sign the war that was going on between you and that person to add fuel to the fire.
Hey, Demaris, maybe I shouldn't have laughed out loud. I should have laughed in the living room and not added fuel to the fire.
Again, we'll try it again when you mean it. We'll try it again.
I meant it the first time, man.
We'll try it again 6 months from now.
Y'all don't take my apologies.
Baby steps.
Y'all don't take my apology seriously on here, man, on the Rat Cast, man. This is crazy, man.
Actually, hold on. Can somebody hand me the gavel? Actually, I'll come get it. Or Josh, bring
you
it
got
to
some
me
shit
real
to
quick.
get off?
Yeah, I actually got somebody else to bring the homie court. In fact, since we're hashing out things on this motherfucking podcast.
Hash brown, goddammit. I love me a hash brown.
And while she gets that together, in the meantime, if somebody snitches and no one goes to jail.
Nah, we not see.
Because nobody
what's wrong
attacked
with
you.
the rats.
No,
the rats always try to find a loophole.
Because, yeah, she did, but they didn't attack you. Like, you didn't get the sentence for her ratting. This was the first time in stan culture that I even saw this, which takes a special type of complexion. Even after Cardi apologized, the comments under from her own stans that listened to every last word she said, for the first time said, nah, it's still fuck that white bitch.
Yeah. They said, nah, fuck him. Don't apologize.
They didn't even listen to their leader.
Yeah, nah, fuck that.
They read and saw the clip of Maul and was like, nah, Maul cool. Fuck that white
Fuck
bitch.
the white bitch. Reparations, Rory.
Yeah.
Get some.
Listen, I agree.
Yeah.
Demaris,
Now
floor is
in
yours.
session, the people versus Rory Farrow.
Yes. Get his white ass, Demaris, please.
Because the only reason why I had to sit and endure Maul's fake ass apology is because you went and had a conversation with him that I was upset.
Well, he's supposed to.
So,
Yeah.
No, but this is the, let's listen to this. I have been dealing with people calling me all types of sensitive asses because Rory went and stuck up for me because that's how he felt. He felt I should be stuck up for. I didn't go to Rory and crying and screaming and all. Rory came to me and he felt that I should be stuck up for.
Yeah.
So I'm over here getting an apology like I was crying because I need an apology when I said I'm not getting no apology from Maul because Maul ain't sorry. But what made it seem like to me, I mean to everybody else and to the public, is that I was crying for an apology from Maul.
So I'm on trial for the court of public opinion?
Yes.
Yeah.
I ain't got shit to do with that.
Mm-hmm.
Because during that apology, you should have said, Demaris wasn't crying for an apology. I feel like you owe Demaris an apology. Motherfuckers over here like, Demaris is really mad at Maul about
First
it.
of all,
I didn't expect
I didn't think
no
I
apologies
needed to
from
say
Maul.
on the mic that Demaris was not crying for an apology because you weren't. So I didn't think that needed to even be said.
This is what the
And what-
court of public opinion. This is what
I'm
they
not
think.
fucking that so Raven. I didn't envision what the comments were going to be the next day.
Mm-hmm.
I thought there was some internal tension and I wanted everyone to piece it up. I feel like the air is already clear.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
That's all it was. I didn't predict what the comments would be that Demaris came crying for an apology because that wasn't the case. Sometimes I like deal too much in truth and don't realize what the internet's going to view it as.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, this is what happened. So that's how the world's going to see it. And it's like, no,
it
it's
never
not.
happens that way. Never happens that way.
And actually, Peach, homie, Josh.
Well, I mean,
all
it's
y'all
really
niggas,
Peach.
No. Because when I sat here and was sitting through that apology, nobody sat there and said, Maul, you was wrong. Everybody was quiet. Oh, Josh standing up. Josh said he said
And I mentioned, see, don't even put him on homie court because I did tell you that Josh was in your corner. I said that.
Y'all realize that all I did was laugh? Like, laugh. That's all
Practice.
I did. I didn't say nothing. I didn't say get her. I didn't say kill her. I didn't say any of these things. I just laughed.
So you don't mean the apology.
I told Demaris that if she felt the way about that, I apologize for that because that wasn't my intention. I wasn't trying to make Demaris feel away. But also, the girl wasn't like crazy disrespectful towards Demaris.
She was also just wrong.
Even if but I just laughed though. Whether she's right or wrong, I just laughed. That's all I did.
But if she was, where's the joke?
The joke was just in her cutting the video up, like literally you in the middle of your video, and she'd be like, "Nah, hold up, go over there with wop wop wop." It was just funny. I just laughed at that. Now, if she would have been on there coming at you like disrespecting you, and I laughed, then I could understand you feeling because now that's somebody just straight up disrespecting you. But she just spliced the video that you posted. And then took it back to some things you said months ago and then tried to just point out hypocrisy. I just thought it was funny that she did that. Now, again, if she would have been on there kicking your back in on a personal level and I laughed, then 100% yo, Maul, that's fucked up. But if I'm just laughing at somebody comparing what you doing today versus what you said a year ago, I'm just laughing at it. Like that I didn't see the big crime in that. So I did, I was
the second one you went and laughed at, which was also a clip taken out of context because I was the first person on this episode, on this podcast to say that I liked Sexy Songs for You. I said that. They just clipped that out of the clip. You went and laughed at that too. That wasn't even funny.
Demaris, you spent a year and a half laughing at any video calling me dick rider, this, that, third, dot, bot, the dot, bot,
Two.
What I sat here and did.
I would never.
I took it all.
I would never.
I accepted it all from the mountaintops of victory.
Like I said,
from the mountaintops of victory.
I would never laugh.
Is that a fact? Because I didn't see that.
No.
What?
I never saw Demaris laughing at anyone calling you a dick rider.
Demaris can't wait to laugh. Everybody was laughing at that.
When we laugh,
I didn't give a fuck.
Not like in here, we laugh with each other.
Laughing with each other is I would never laugh at you
on the episode. You laughed.
I would never laugh at you on the internet for niggas that
you
comment
laughed on the episode. On the episode,
we laugh at each other. What she's trying to say is, if there was a post that Maul, whatever, like the Mr. Bigsby got,
niggas was turning you into Sexy Red. I wasn't sitting up there. They was superimposing your head on Sexy Red, bro. I wasn't sitting up there commenting underneath that shit, giggling and laughing and shit like that. I would never do anything like that because I'm never gonna give somebody ammunition to be like, yo, even his co-host laughing at him.
That's
weird.
But that's my point.
Weird. You look like a weird nigga.
But that's my point. That would be them trying to disrespect me. Shorty wasn't trying to disrespect you.
Okay.
In her post, she didn't say anything disrespectful at all. She didn't call you out your name.
And you don't think that the biggest rapper in the world reposting that is grounds for that, especially back to back. You don't think that at all. You don't think that
which greenlit a bunch of people to say extremely
to this day, anytime I upload anything, I am harassed by Drake fans. Do I care? No. But you know that opens up the floodgates for a whole bunch of things. There are also a whole bunch of people, my colleagues in this business, underneath your post, like, oh, damn, even her boss laughing at her.
I'm laughing at the post. I wasn't laughing at you.
Maul, your intention is not always the point.
Yeah, but
I need you to understand that
that's what I'm trying to tell you, though. That's what I'm trying to tell you. If I laugh at something, I'm just laughing. Now, what you think I'm laughing at, let's talk about that. I was just laughing at her trying to point out a hypocrisy and taking something you just did and posting on TikTok versus something you said on the show almost a year ago. I was just laughing at that. I wasn't laughing at her trying to make you look stupid or if she called you out your name. Like, no, that would be something that's like, damn, that's fucked up. But she didn't disrespect you.
But you didn't laugh under her post. You laughed under... Sensitive Sally's you laugh under Sensitive Sally's repost, and you know that he was not reposting. You knew why he was reposting. No, that was on
I laughed on the, what was that, the plot twist page.
We know who plot twist is. We all know who plot twist is.
I don't know. It is what it is, but that's where I saw it at.
See, this is why I can't have fake court. If we
what you mean?
Let's do real court.
I'm telling you where I saw the post at. I saw the post. I laughed at it. I'm not paying attention to who posted. I don't want to draw
this out. This was Rory's homie court.
But somehow I'm on the stand.
Well, you got up there. You got out there and started.
Because I got ratted on. My name is in paperwork. I was home chilling, and I see Maul deserves smoke. I'm like, whoa! I didn't even tweet nothing all weekend.
Should have went to Bali.
Yeah, like Jesus, Louise.
Well, court is adjourned.
No, it's not. Get his ass some more.
Court is adjourned. Nah, because he's proven his loyalty. Word up. He's proven his loyalty. That's why I got him out.
I haven't proven my loyalty.
That's why I went and got him out.
Hold on. I haven't proven my loyalty.
Listen. Niggas double back on the laugh. Niggas double back on the laugh. Shit must have been really, really funny.
It was funny.
It must have been really, really funny.
It was funny.
Really funny.
Shit be funny sometimes. All right, so
and you know what was funny? Them barbs on your ass. I mean, them Cardi gang on your ass. That's what's funny. I laugh.
Cardi gang was on my ass?
I laughed. That's why it's laughing emojis. That's what the fans was on your ass. I laughed.
When?
Now we laughing.
Cardi gang is on my ass right now?
Barty gang, yeah, for what you were saying. Hell yeah.
Oh, I didn't see none of it. I don't know.
Check your request DMs. I'm sure they're threatening to kill your
Barty gang,
entire
I don't want
family.
no smoke. I love Cardi, man. Big Bronx shit. I always support her. I don't want no smoke.
Well, now that we've solved
somebody from Barty gang hit my request DM and said they was going to kill Amara, and I replied, "Oh, you must be a fan because you know her name." Yeah. I appreciate the support.
That's great.
Keep listening every week.
Fucking idiot. Yeah, you
People are
fucking
fucking stupid.
Yeah.
They were like, Demaris, you shouldn't be wishing death on women that don't, just because they disagree with you. I said, I ain't who I wish death on. I wish death on women who support abusers. Standing on it, stomping on it. Like, I don't.
No, I love that.
Like, doubling down.
Love that.
Anyway, speaking of beef.
I mean, the Stan accounts are just great because they like be in your DMs like they're Jason Bourne.
Yeah.
Like, so I know you made this account today.
Yeah.
I can find an IP address.
Exactly.
Here's my address.
All right, well, let's get to the rap beef that's going on. I'm going to just go ahead and say it.
Well,
Joey,
first of all, can we take 3 deep breaths as a pod? I actually feel like progress was made. Even if it doesn't appear that progress was made, I think this was the first step in that.
Okay, so what do you
clearly, I think we should, as a pod, everyone in the room, 3 deep breaths. Inhale through the nose. 1 more.
That's only 2.
You know he can't count.
You said 3.
let that one linger for a second because I was getting out all of the stuff that we were holding inside of us, the resentment,
Yes.
everything that we never said that we wanted to say. And this third one is now going to clear the air with positivity. Okay. So
Maud didn't breathe. I saw him.
She caught me.
he wanted to hold in the negativity.
Yeah.
You got to keep negativity just for like, batteries got a positive and a negative, right?
Inhale good shit, exhale bullshit. Word up.
Nah, I got some fire in my bag. When I exhale that's some fire. That ain't no bullshit. That's a pack. It's a pack, yeah.
Who do you think the sage would call out first in this room?
Oh, you.
God damn.
People like Sage and Rory be like, oh, what is that smell? Yeah.
It's you.
Yeah.
It's you. You go outside.
You go outside.
I'd turn into a werewolf.
Or somebody like Sage.
Yo.
Like, that's my full moon.
It's like garlic. It's like
Have you
garlic.
ever done that though? I did that one time and my aunt was like, oh my fucking God, what is that smell? I can't stand it. I'm like, oh, it's working.
Mm-hmm. Get out.
Mm-hmm.
Get the fuck out.
Man, one of my relationships, she had sage, and I was fine with that. Open the windows, this and that. But then she'd leave the sage like ashes throughout the whole crib, and it would just bring all the negativity back. Like, can you clean the fucking floors after you do your activities?
Yo, somebody said, y'all be lighting sage. Oh my God, I will never forget this tweet. Somebody said, y'all be lighting sage with the windows closed. And somebody was like, demons just in there playing space. Yo, like, yeah, please open the window so it has something to escape through.
Nah, light the sage and you need to leave. You're the problem.
Whatever. You love them spiritual bitches.
Oh, of course, that's my shit. What? I love a chick that loves the moon. But
Who winning, man? Who winning? The West or Joey Badass?
I know people are going to think there's bias here.
Me. All right, my bad.
I'm asking you, the West or Joey Badass?
The same way the Knicks are the greatest dynasty in NBA history. That's over here. I'm taking my bias hat off now. Joey Badass is cleaning up the whole fucking West Coast right now by himself.
Damn.
Does Joey Badass even need to reply?
Let me snitch.
This is kind of like, I'm being truthful here. And I know we already have that stigma on us that we dislike TDE and the West Coast, which is completely false. If you look in the fucking facts.
That's just so stupid.
My 10 favorite albums of last year, 4 out of the 5 were from the West Coast. 5 out of the 10 were in the West Coast or TDE. So fuck all that and biases and comments under this. Let's go with facts. Rayvon had a great response. I liked it. Joey Badass barred him the fuck up. And then Daylight, who I came on this last episode, who I think is one of the greatest battle rappers that's ever existed. He's a different type of tier. Put out a fucking dud that I don't even know if Joey needs to reply. And I know Joey is mad at home because all he wanted to do was reply to Daylight. I'm sure he has records already recorded about Daylight. He even said in his Rayvon reply, I'm done with you, Ray. I only want to focus on Daylight. He's on my level. I know Joey and his team are sitting in the studio right now going, I mean, do we even put these out? Do we even engage in this? Joey cleaned all of you up. Reason, I loved your reply. I was one that encouraged you on air, on Twitter. I love your response, but yours is also kind of to the side of the back and forth. He deserved to be entered into the chat with that. And he smoked it, but I don't consider it the back and forth shit. If we're going just based off everyone that's trying to jump Joey from the West Coast, you guys are losing.
Bad.
AZ, you had my favorite, not AZ, Brooklyn AZ, LA AZ. You had my favorite feature on GNX. I even did some weird shit and followed you on Instagram the day GNX came out. I was like, this guy is fire. You make great music. Stick to that. I don't need to hear your battle raps. You didn't do a dent. Daylight, one of the greatest battle rappers of all time. It was cool.
It's not enough.
It was underwhelming by Daylight standards.
Very.
There was definitely some cool bars in there. Don't get me wrong, but nah, Daylight is Daylight. I think Daylight's second verse on Backpack is 10 times better than his full diss that he just put out to Joey. Joey Badass is smoking the entire West Coast right now.
Well, don't say the entire West Coast. Talk about everybody.
Well, everyone's trying to jump him.
Everybody he's speaking to and about.
Yeah, you know, I'm talking about everyone that's trying to
get in the ring with him.
Yeah. And they posted the whole timeline of the amount of people that's replied. Joey is by himself, and this isn't going to be shit on the West Coast. This is also going to be a homie court moment for our city. Thank God Joey handled this by himself. Because this could have got bad.
Mhm.
Nobody is with us.
Mhm.
Joey is by him fucking self.
But I don't blame
He's
him.
getting jumped and holding his own while the rest of us in New York City are just waiting on the Pacers.
Yeah.
We also have a fight going on over here in New York City.
No. Because I love Joey.
Action Bronson, somebody.
No. You don't get to go to these people party, stab 3 of they niggas, and then be like, yo, out of nowhere, stab 3 of they niggas, and then be like, yo, why ain't nobody helping me? Nigga, we came here to party. You over here fighting with these niggas, and now they jumping on you. No, I'm not helping you. I'm not coming I'm not stopping talking to the bad bitches because you wanted to start a fight in the party when nobody was fucking with you.
Yeah, but the thing you're not talking to Demaris is Joey don't need no help.
He don't need no help. But you can't be mad at rappers for not doing it.
Joey ain't mad. Man, listen, man. Joey is out rapping all of y'all. It just is what it is.
For sure.
Nah, but all right, I hear you. But I've had friends that I know can fight really well. And when they get in an issue, I know they don't need my help, but that's still my man's. So I'll hold your jacket. Don't ruin that jacket. I got you, bro.
Nah.
I'm still going to be right there with you. You
Not
don't
if you
need my
start the
help.
fight.
I will make sure that the car is ready to go because someone's going to call the cops. There's still ways to be a present friend when you know your man's can hold it down. Like,
Oh, and also,
can we show some unity?
Everybody.
Can Jalen Brunson talk to somebody in the rap community in New York City?
Everybody's talking about where Griselda, where Stove God. No. We live in Canada, remember? We not New Yorkers, remember?
I don't know who asking for Griselda, but one thing y'all niggas, whoever said that, y'all do not want Conway and Benny to start rapping.
But they're saying they're like, come
Y'all
help
don't
us,
want
come
West
help
to start
us.
rapping.
Yeah, y'all don't want
They're
y'all
like,
don't want that.
come help us, come help us. No.
Ain't
Y'all
nobody-
tell us we not New Yorkers all the time.
Listen, Joey Badass is out rapping all of y'all. Daylight, one of my favorite battle rappers, and I was anticipating hearing what he had to say and all of this and what he was gonna come out. I was very underwhelmed. Very underwhelmed by the video, the song he dropped.
I didn't even like the beat flip. To
I don't like the way they chopped the sample. And it's crazy because in speaking to some rappers and some artists, you know, while all this is going on, you know, a few of them definitely was like, yo, Daylight is not built for this. And on that stage, on that battle rap stage with no beat, oh yeah. But now when you got to put a beat on and you got to have flow and you got to do, it's a little different.
But if you remember last episode when I was bigging up Daylight, I said him and Surf are the only 2 battle rappers that I also like their music. Like they make, that's why I was so terrified for Joey.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even want to listen back to our last episode of how much I was like, I'm really terrified for Joey Badass. I think Daylight is the worst opponent you could run into because he can do both things.
Yeah,
and
I was
now I feel stupid. As a huge Daylight fan, I feel dumb.
As a Daylight, as somebody that always wants to hear what Daylight has to say and, you know, appreciate his rhymes and his battles, I was very underwhelmed at this attempt.
Okay. I mean, I know Peach is going to clip this up and Daylight's probably going to end up hating us, but let's still do it for the full conversation.
Daylit is crazy. That's why he's going to hate you.
Daylit.
Did I say Daylit?
You said Daylit,
Oh,
yeah.
Daylight. Listen, man. I'm
dyslexic.
You know we were having a conversation off mic because Daylight did say that this was kind of just warming up like the first round type shit. I don't, like in this microwave era of people's attention spans being so short, why are you wasting around? Like now Joey doesn't even need to reply. Why didn't you get all your shit out on the first one to some degree?
Mm-hmm.
He's saying it's just a warm up. I don't even know if we're gonna get to the next round.
The game has started. The game has started. This ain't the layup line. The game has started.
He was trying to allude in that reply, like, "Yo, we just getting started here. This is a warm up. I'm not even going crazy.
Ain't no warm up.
But
the game is on.
Like, what?
The fight
I'm not
is
saying
started.
use all your shit, obviously, Art of War, but out the gate now, Joey does not need to reply. I don't think anyone would be like, "Damn, Joey's scared of Daylight."
Joey, don't respond. Don't respond. Joey Badass does not need to respond. This is over. It was cool while it lasted. Got the internet going, you know, rap, people got in the booth. I respect it. But this is not, y'all can't rap with Joey Badass. Y'all can't. And I, going into this, I expected this to be much more entertaining, much closer. But after listening to everything over the weekend and now hearing Daylight, you know, when he dropped it today, right?
Mm-hmm. Right. The hour before we started recording.
It's just not.
So if I missed a bunch of entendres, cool, because we just started recording. But also that, like, I'm still of the belief that diss records and battle rap records still need to have some level of surface. Like,
it can be.
Certain shit needs to hit
It can't be too cerebral. It has to be more cool. It has to be more witty. It has to be more clever. It has to be, those types of things. And I get it with Daylight. He's, he just thinks on a different level. But it has to connect though. Like it has to connect. Like don't break it down for me on a podcast and tell me bars that he said and why he said it. If it don't hit when I'm listening to it and the song is on, all this other shit after, it's like I get it, but it just don't land. It didn't land. That shit is not landing. Joey went in there and he had style, he had clever shit, he had cool shit, he checked all the boxes when you want to, it's just a friendly fade. This is just like going at some guys and testing the pen and seeing who got what, But it's clear after this, Joey Badass is out rapping all of y'all.
And to your point before, I think Daylight absolutely can rap with Joey Badass. So if he puts out another reply tomorrow and it's good, does Joey have to reply?
No.
Even if it's really good?
No.
Because I think Daylight could save this if he quickly comes back with more of a haymaker and kind of forces, because Joey was the one saying with the Rayvon shit, I only want Daylight. That's who I want to battle.
Yeah, but we got the record. So now you don't get to get the record. People respond to it, don't like. Well, again, we responded to it. I don't know what other people feel about it. They may love it. They may think it's incredible. I'm just saying we responded to it. We don't think it's worth responding to. It's like, and you saying it was the warm up, game one, whatever. So what is it? Daylight and 6? Are we going that route? Like, come on, fam. Like if
he changes the energy by coming right back with something that absolutely hits, that forces
right,
Joey.
Cool.
Then at that point, Joey,
listen,
what Joey wanted to smoke.
Listen, I'm all for people putting out dope rhymes and dope records. Cool. Whenever you want to put it out, whether you battling, whatever, I'm gonna listen to it. But I don't think that Joey has to sit back and be like, okay, I'll respond to that one. Because then it's like, what are we doing at this point? Like, are you just gonna just drop a record until you get a reaction?
And I guess, I don't know, what I'm trying to figure out too, outside looking in, as someone that really fucks with Daylight, what was the strategy here? Because you came to New York and shot the video. You definitely put a lot into this. Why wouldn't that be the haymaker? If you're gonna do all of this with a video, fly to New York, do this entire thing, why wouldn't that be the joint? Why not do a temperature check, throw it out real quick, and then the haymaker be the one that you come to New York and shoot everything?
Mm-hmm.
It kind of just felt like a waste of time.
Yeah.
If you are going to continue, why wouldn't, like you shot a video and you're talking about like, this is just the first round, like I'm just chilling. Then why are you on the A train right now?
Yeah.
Like do that for the one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's not, and it's no chilling. What is this chilling you keep talking about? Like the fight is on, the fight has started.
And you know what I also don't like in battle rap, and this is speaking as a fan, like, unfortunately, there is no real rules in battle rap. Rest in peace to Capital Steez. Condolences to his entire family.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it was crazy that Daylight brought him up. He posted a photo. We knew it was coming.
Mm-hmm.
Given this whole cryptic shit about why Steez jumped off and knowing something about Joey, like, if you don't really have information about that, don't set up that scheme. Because now you have to tell us. Yeah, you have to finish that bar.
And don't give me a cliffhanger for song 2. Like, no.
And if you don't really have something that's going to be crazy, now I feel like, all right, now you're wasting even going over the line, because that's what battle rap does. Now you're even wasting something on the Capital C shit, and you don't really have any information. Like, you're trying to make us think you have something.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't think, I could be completely wrong. Play this clip when I'm wrong. I don't think Daylight has some crazy info that Capital Steez offed himself because of something that Joey did or knew about Joey. Like, I just don't believe that.
Mm-hmm.
Just my gut tells me that.
Right.
I think he was probably going through a lot of things that people go through.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're setting that up, and Daylight being the master of this craft the way he is, if you don't have the info, don't set the scheme up that way.
Yeah.
Because now you can't just leave that.
I think
now you have to tell us what that is.
I think that what Daylight does best is perform battle rap. It's obviously different on a beat, a record. Now, if Joey and Daylight are on stage, no beat, and just, able to go at each other, I think that Daylight fares way different in that type of environment. I just think now you're talking about making a song and beat and, music. And I just think that's it's more elements added to it. So Daylight is not gonna look as good as Joey does in that, because this is what Joey does. Joey makes songs, he makes music, he raps, on beat and things like that. Now on stage, and you let Daylight just have his time and let him perform and let him get into his antics and, get into his theatrics, I think that that's the better environment for Daylight. But what Daylight did, as somebody that loves Daylight and fuck with him, love his rhymes and his battles, I was very disappointed and underwhelmed at, what is the name of this? Word to My Mother? Something like that. I think that's what it read.
Word to Mimva or something like that. It's weird.
What up, B? Whatever the corny New York jokes they make on.
Yeah, I don't know how you even say it, but I was disappointed. I'm not gonna lie. I was very, very disappointed.
I do want to challenge West Coast media, West Coast Twitter, West Coast rappers, West Coast execs. I came in here and ate humble pie multiple times to say that 2024 was the greatest year I've ever seen a coast have, down to the point that I came in here like, even their MLS team won the championship. Like, dog, what the fuck? We cannot beat LA. They had a fucking year. I came in here and the Dodgers, yes, they won everything.
Yeah.
Came in here and gave them their props objectively. I know you guys are still on your victory lap. I get it. West Coast had a moment. I need you guys to be the objective people that you claim to be. Joey Badass by himself is cooking everybody.
That's a fact.
You guys are rap fans, ones I respect. I know deep down in your soul, Joey Badass is cooking everybody.
What DJ?
And I need you guys. I need you guys.
Where Jeremy
to
at?
Show how objective you guys
Hey,
claim
West Coast
to be.
Wilson, what you think about Joey? Ready to start EVR all over again? Ready to go back to East Village Radio?
Yeah, I like East Village Radio.
I love East Village Radio.
Yeah,
I'm just saying.
Walk up in the street and watch it.
Joey might be.
EVR,
He might be in this. Yeah, he might be in the city.
Yeah, I just want them to admit, like, they're sending, again, I think Rayvon is a great rapper. They're sending their best. And you have one guy that
Rayvon is their best?
Yo, I'm sorry.
Whoa, relax.
I'm sorry.
I don't really get along with Buddy because I think he said weird shit. But again, we're here to be objective, unlike them. I think as far as bars go, not status or catalog or hits or anything, but Rayvon could rap for real. And as the West Coast, I would say bars, Rayvon is definitely up there in the West Coast when it comes to bars.
He can rap.
Reason,
you put a
West Side Boogie, those guys rap for real. So I think, I'll give him his props in that. Not their best as far as accolades or status, but just barred up. Yeah, I think Rayvon in TDE is high up as far as bars go right now.
Do you mean like for the West? Do you mean like he's top 10 in the West?
Are we just talking like straight up rapping?
Yes.
Yeah, he'd be top 10 as far as bars go. Yeah.
What? Hold up, man.
I tried to save him. He wouldn't let me save him.
I don't have a top. See, I hate when people do that because I never thought about this before. Now I have to have a top 10. I don't have a top 10.
I don't want this to come across. Y'all know I don't want this to come across the wrong way. And I know Rayvon gonna hear this, and I'm broke. He got more money than me. I get it.
Well,
what I'm saying is this: in the top 10 of
Sorry,
like new guys in the West, or like top 10
like rapping.
Yeah. Of new guys, or like all just anybody from the West Coast.
I personally, when it comes to, are we saying West, like, is Simba included with the Bay? Or are we just talking LA? Because Simba clears
LA.
everybody.
Just talk LA. Just talk LA.
Oh, okay.
Just talk
I was saying the whole West, but okay.
No, just talk LA.
I think Reason and West Side Boogie are the two best rappers in LA right now. Rappers.
Okay.
Music is subjective as far as whatever the fuck you like. If a microphone is there and you throw on any beat, those are the two best rappers. I think Rayvon is close to them. I think he needs to put a little bit more work.
Reason will whoop your ass when you say
Rayvon. He can't rap with.
No. I think Reason clears Rayvon. Don't get that twisted. But I think he can be in the conversation when it comes to, hey, we're about to battle somebody from New York and we're just rapping. Yeah, I'd throw Ray in the mix.
Okay. I don't think that that's
Y'all
crazy
think
that
top
you
signs
said.
anybody?
No, I don't think that that's crazy that you said it. I just wanted you to clarify upon your point.
West Side Boogie and Reason are up here for me. They're established as far as we know their pedigree when it comes to actual rapping. But I don't think it's crazy to say Rayvon is not, as far as the New West, up there with bars.
Okay.
I think he got cleaned up by Joey. But
No, it's just that when you said top 10, I had to make sure what were you like. What was
Exactly.
the top 10? What would you basing that off of? That's all. I thought you was talking about like just all of LA, like all time.
all right, man.
That's what you said. He's top 10.
You had to clean it up.
You had to clear it up. That's why I'm like, wait,
we're talking
what?
about new shit right now.
Okay. The new one.
You think I think Ray Vaughn is top 10 LA of all time?
You said top 10 from the West Coast. That's what you said. So I just had to make sure what you were talking about.
DJ Quick will clean up Ray Vaughn.
I just had to make sure what you were saying. That's all I was trying to get to. Just trying to clarify your point. That's all.
No,
So
and
you
we
brought
started
up-
with saying of who would be a worthy opponent in this entire thing. And they're sending their best. That's what started this whole thing.
Well, you gotta send some more, goddammit.
Is Daylight not top 10
That's
rappers
all. They
LA?
might have to open it. They might have to open it up from just LA a little bit. Like you said, somebody go get Simba.
So, listen, man. For the
I was
way
on the phone
Joey
with somebody
rapping
today.
the way Joey rapping, man, y'all gotta send more than that.
They gotta send Kendrick.
Y'all gotta send Kenny.
Y'all gotta send
Call
Kendrick.
Kenny, get him out wherever he's at on tour.
Kendrick, we
even-
Call
need you.
Kenny.
Yo, even I think Daylight's above that. You couldn't kill Kenny even with South Park. Not saying it's a bad bar. I just think Daylight's above those
Y'all
type of
don't even
bars.
gotta. They don't even gotta call Kenny. Somebody just go tell J-Rock his little homies is getting punched on at the park, man.
He gonna show up with a dirt bike.
Yeah,
and
call
clear
J-Rock.
everything
Let
up.
J-Rock come in here because I fuck with J-Rock. He rap his ass.
I think Redemption is a classic.
Call J-Rock, man. Somebody tell J-Rock that his little brother, somebody took their ball, man, at the park, man. Joey came through, took their basketball and left, man.
Yo, so I was talking with Simba right when this Daylight shit came out, and Daylight shouted out Simba in the first verse,
Mhm.
and I was like, "Listen, man, you saw Reason. They just said his name, and he entered the chat. Like, what's up? You need me to send some beats? I feel like Simba needs to diss Daylight now.
No.
What?
Rory just bored.
This is wrestling at this point. You
Yeah.
want Ted DiBiase to swing on Virgil? What you doing, man?
He said his name.
Nah, man.
Nah,
Simba don't need to.
as a fan, I want somebody to diss Simba so bad, just as a fan, because I know he's not going to jump out the window and just diss somebody for the fuck of it.
Yeah, didn't he do that already?
Sort of. No, he rapped about the moment. He knew Cole was not replying to that. He still had the funniest bar of last year to me. You ain't let Nas down. You let
Can
Boss.
we revisit that? Because and this is not me being a Cole fan. He shouldn't have did that.
Why?
He shouldn't have did that.
Why not?
That is one of my favorite lines that somebody has ever said in a song that really made me laugh, but he shouldn't have did that.
But why he shouldn't have did that?
Because the same reason.
Is he a rapper?
Yes, but
All right.
at the same time, you would have never done that. Just I don't like when people pick at people when it's like they down. Like Cole was down at that moment. It's like you would have never had a negative word to say about Cole. You would have never had a negative word.
This
to say
is where I
about
feel like history gets lost in so much shit. Hot 97, G-Unit era, Rockefeller era. Anytime rappers went up to freestyle, they would talk about the current shit that was going on. Simba was no different. It's just a different platform now. He just did it on YouTube. It's the same shit.
Mm-hmm.
Even if they weren't involved with the beef, Freeway's talking about something that has to do with the
But
current
it's
moment
gonna
of who's
be-
rapping.
it's gonna be
Prodigy went up and talked
aligned.
about so many. He would freestyle about other beefs that was going on. That's just what rappers did. Like now, all of a sudden, they can't do that. They can't talk about what's going on.
He can do whatever he wants. You don't gotta say you let Boz down, Nas down, and Kaz down.
That's fucking hilarious.
That was bro. When I tell you,
It's like the funniest bar of last year. Period.
And
Boss and Kaz definitely laughed at that too. Like, come on.
Had me in tears when I heard.
yeah, it was real though.
Yo, I'm about to cry. Think about it again. It wasn't necessary though.
Well, we
But
got
that's my
off
opinion.
on a tangent.
Sorry.
I'm just saying, I need all of West Coast Twitter media to finally be objective. Be who you guys say you are.
Yeah, I
You
want to
guys
hear
are sending real
Head
great
ain't say
rappers.
nothing, man. Where Head at, man? He his spokesperson, right? What Gina got to say? What Gina said? Because
She posted something.
Gina was happy niggas ran to the booth. She was hype. All right, cool. Now that we got these songs out the booth and on our DSPs or on YouTube or wherever the fuck they living at,
Mm-hmm.
Nah,
what
hold on.
does Gina have to say?
We have to give Gina credit because she definitely posted something yesterday. Can we pull up Gina's Twitter?
All right, so I'm looking at Gina's Twitter right now. She said, "A warning? Nigga, empty the fucking clip." She used the clip from Set It Off. So
Gina,
talking about Daylight.
yeah,
Gina, I love objective media. See, she's being who she said she was.
mm-hmm.
She's being objective. She even posted this yesterday. Nobody, Joey Badass.
He chewing through shit. Somebody clip that with no audio and send it to me.
Chewing through shit.
You said Joey chewing shit?
I want Gina on this pod so badly.
I love her
Gina,
so much.
next time in New York, please, please, we would love to have you on the show. We are huge fans, but she's being objective, and you see it's making Head uncomfortable. Shout out to our guy.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to Head. What Head got to say, man? Say something. Say something. You niggas gotta say something. Talk about it.
You know what interesting?
Is Jeremy allowed to say anything negative about TD? I don't know how it works.
He signed the TD?
I mean, if
Rory-
he's not on payroll, I'd love to broker the deal.
Oh, that's what Rory alluded to. Okay.
I love white on white
Shout out to
violence.
Jeremy,
you know
man.
I love
That's
white on
why-
white crime.
I'm fucking around, man.
Nah, ain't no
I'm
fucking
joking,
around. Get
man.
on.
I be
No
texting
sweat.
Jeremy,
Get that
man.
hunky motherfucker.
Oh my God. Oh
that
my God.
white bitch.
Get that white
Yeah, Jeremy,
bitch.
if I'm a white bitch, you're a white bitch too.
I love when white bitches start fighting.
Calling him a honky is crazy. Jesus.
Yeah, we're about to turn this to Jersey Shores.
Yeah,
White bitches
yeah.
fighting everywhere. Me and you, Jeremy.
You think you'll win?
I don't want to fight you. I don't want to fight anyone.
I just asked
My
if you think
fucking
you'll
knees
win.
crack now
I just
when I
asked if
stand
you
up.
think you will win. That's all.
I'm worried about the brims. You think I got Jeremy on my mind?
Yeah, you got bigger issues.
It's a good shirt you got on.
That
there,
red
man.
shirt ain't gonna do it, Pooh.
Nah, but like, you know, Suge went to
That
UNLV.
shit ain't even
I
the
was
right
fine.
red.
Yeah, you make it all connect. I get what you doing.
It's deeper than rap.
It is.
Before we get off the Joey Badass thing, did you guys see that he posted like paperwork that said TD East filed
Yeah.
their LLC and had Top Dog as the co-owner? Do we think that was just like fake for the beef, the way like Drake posted the fake invoice for Pusha T, like we just gave you 200,000 units because we talked to you? Or are you guys on the conspiracy theory side that a lot of Twitter is, that this has been a planned rollout since before the Red Bull shit? That's the reason Ab Soul was right next to Joey Badass during that entire thing. This was going to boost Ray Vaughn. Joey, we've seen with Pro Era. We're not really sure where that lands right now, or with Cinematic, Shipes, everything. I personally just don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't be surprised.
I could see a world where Top Dog and Joey Badass have a conversation, because we know what Joey can build as a label. As a label owner and leader, he did great with Pro Era. I can see Top Dog looking at him like, yo, we trying to do this TDE shit right now.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
We'll get your rollout moving with a beef. We have Daylight and Ray Vaughn right here. We'll throw Soul on that Red Bull shit. I can see this being real.
I could see it being real. I don't know if it ties in to all of that you just said, but I could see TD East being a real thing. I could see Top and Joey having, you know, spoken in the past about, you know, doing business together and things like that. I just don't know if everything that you just said is part of it. I don't know if it's part of a rollout. I don't know if all of that is part of it, but I could see TD East being a real thing though.
I will, again, this is the Objective podcast today. That's an L for New York.
TD East?
Yeah.
Anytime, I never was a fan of that. Like Death Row East, Death Row. I never
Again,
I
we're
never
here to
was
tell
a
the
fan
truth.
of that. Never was a fan
I
of
hope
that.
this isn't true. I hope Top Dog and Joey Badass do work together and put together a label.
But I
don't
wanna
call it
see-
TD East.
Yeah, don't call it TD East though. I could see
Because
it
the
being
West
real,
Coast
but-
now has a one up on us. Like, come on, we had to go to your coast to save it.
Yeah,
TD East.
yeah. I was never a fan of that.
And like, even, I mean, I was 6 years old, so I don't remember. I just watched the videos. Even when Pac was trying to do Death Row East, it made more sense because he had the Outlaws. They was from Jersey.
Mhm.
Like, there was already East Coast shit going on
Pac is from
already.
the East Coast.
Fair. But just coming like in 2025 for TD East.
Yeah.
I'm not wearing the t-shirt. That's all I'm saying.
You're not getting the
I was a
merch?
proud New Yorker. I'm not wearing that fucking
Yeah,
t-shirt.
Get the merch. You got to get the hat. You got to get
No,
the
I'm
hoodie.
wearing a Rockefeller shit. Rough Riders. Not doing Bad Boy.
Yeah,
But,
yeah.
and you know what? Man, what the fuck is Reason talking about?
What did Reason say?
The only thing I hated that Kendrick said, which I was vocal about during the whole battle, was not even pedophile shit, was that you said everybody hates the West Coast and I'm fine with it. No, we don't. We've always loved the West Coast.
That's
Reason tried to get on that first verse, which I'm going to talk to him in person about that shit. We are not jealous of y'all.
people got to stop this
Like,
narrative.
I've never been sitting there going like, oh God, those guys.
Yeah,
You're not a
like-
rapper though, Rory. You're not a rapper. He's talking to rappers.
I revere the West Coast and everything that they've done. I love West Coast music. I've never sat and felt like I'm so jealous of them.
East Coast rappers have never felt like that though. That's not a even this whole shit may have started with Pac and Big. That wasn't a real thing. Those two gentlemen knew each other on a personal level. That was a very personal. That wasn't they spun it into East versus West. That's not a real thing. Like the East Coast has always fucked with the West Coast. West Coast has always fucked with the East Coast. You ask some people from the West Coast, they huge Dipset fans in high school. Everybody was dressing like Jim or Cam or like that. It's always been like love from each side.
Yeah, and I even loved
a narrative
the
they try
small
to spin.
shit that Dipset took from West Coast culture too. Like I love that as well.
Yeah,
this is a new narrative that Kendrick started. It almost reminds me of when Nas said, "And Eminem murdered you on your own shit," and like that became the narrative that Hove got beat on Renegade, and then that turned into every single time there's two features, we have to talk who got killed, this and that. This whole disdain for the West Coast is something they all made up in their head.
Yeah.
Nobody dislikes the West Coast.
No.
We love the West Coast. You guys make amazing music. We're not jealous.
Coast?
Like it's just, I just find it odd that they keep going to this thing that you can't even find evidence of anyone from Atlanta, Texas, New York that's ever been like, nah, we're not fucking with them and the music they're making.
Why are we acting? Okay, it's not. I don't think it's about the
outside that Pac and Big shit, but again, that was not
it's
really
about the music that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That wasn't even that.
I don't think it's about the music that they're making. If we're going off of this the things that are said in this battle alone, Joey was the first one to shoot that. Like Joey, too much West Coast dick licking. You can't say that and then say, why does everybody think that we hate the West Coast? When the rapper that they're battling,
that don't mean we don't like the West Coast. He just saying like, yo, right now, y'all just, it's too much of that going on.
But that
don't mean we don't like the West Coast.
That sounds, as a rapper, I would take that as one can make an argument that, why are you mad that we getting love? Why is it West Coast dick licking? We getting love. Why are you mad about that? Are you jealous that it's not New York dick licking? That's where I would come off with that.
I mean, what Joey just showed why he felt like it was too much dick licking. Y'all can't rap.
Do you think Jay was hating when he said that line?
I'm not trying to be funny. I'm just saying he's showing it like too much West Coast dick licking. Okay, y'all felt the way about that bar. Okay, let's rap. Boom. Okay, now y'all see why he said the bar. Too much West Coast. He feels like a lot of y'all can't rap. That don't mean that the East Coast don't like the West Coast. He just saying right now, I don't feel like y'all are that good. There's nothing wrong with that. New York has had its times where we weren't that good. The South has had its times where they weren't that good. It happens. You go through waves and you go through periods where it's like, yo, they don't really got it right now. It's not a really lot of dope MCs coming out of the city right now. Like that don't mean that, yo, we don't like California or we don't like the Bay. Like,
no, but
what the fuck is that about?
Reason's line was, it's a coast jealousy that you niggas think we ain't noticed. Y'all used to be the Meccas. You niggas was really goated, right? So again, because of what Joey said, I can't be mad at the rappers from the West saying, oh, you niggas is mad we getting love. I don't think that that's a reach that they're saying, oh, you niggas is mad that we're getting love. Because right now, the West Coast is leading the sound because of this whole entire battle that happened with Kendrick. Everybody's over here trying to make West Coast sounding music.
I'll give him a reason to think hate is here now. Let's get to the facts.
Oh, God.
Is the West Coast leading right now or is Kendrick Lamar leading right now?
But Kendrick Lamar is, hold on. Because
how can we be jealous of the West Coast? Like, yes, Kendrick had the greatest year. And again, I was joking with the MLS and the Dodgers and all that for funsies. What is there to be jealous of? Let's have an objective combo. I'll do the devil's advocate shit.
Okay.
Why not say, hey, you guys are jealous of Kendrick Lamar?
Because the Kendrick Lamar sound that he has right now is a West Coast sound.
Okay, name another record that's moved outside of GNX with that sound right now. Come on. Who else in the West? Come on. Come on. No. Let's get down to it. The West Coast has gotten away with a lot of shit. Let's get to some facts.
I'm not fighting for the West. I'm just saying I can understand why one would take that as that. That's all. That's all.
I'm asking you a question. Why?
I don't listen to the West Coast music.
I think Kendrick did an amazing thing by putting on a bunch of West Coast artists, but after that, GNX is GNX.
Mm-hmm.
If Jay-Z puts out the Black album, are rappers jealous of Jay-Z or New York City? They're jealous of Jay-Z. The whole West Coast isn't moving the way that they're trying to position this.
Okay.
I'm gonna get killed by brims in New York and in Los Angeles.
Listen,
Why? No, you just
Because I'm telling the truth.
yeah. No,
Maul, what do you think?
about what?
You agree with what he just said?
Yeah,
Okay.
most of it. Yeah, I agree. Kendrick obviously had an amazing year. He turned it into the West Coast versus one of the biggest artists in the world. He had the pop-out show, brought out a lot of artists from the city, which was great. He used his moment and he used his platform to shine light on his city and a lot of the artists that are in his city, which is great. But now, okay, cool. The light is there. Now y'all got to show up. Now y'all got to perform. Now y'all got to live up to it. Now y'all got to kind of show us. And if this is the moment where a lot of the guys that some who Rory feel like a top 10 right now, in this moment, a guy who kind of wasn't even being talked about until he decided to say too much West Coast dick licking. Like, we wasn't talking about Joey Badass's music before that. We was talking about Unique on Raising Kanan.
Fact.
And the great job that Joey was doing on that show.
Mhm.
It wasn't even about music. It was like, yo, this nigga, Joey, he acting his ass off. That Unique character was so good, they had to bring him back from the dead. So I'm just saying, like, it was that. Now, if Joey says that line, and then he goes on to rap the way he's rapping, and then artists from, the West Coast respond, it's lackluster, it kind of falls flat, it's not really landing like that. Then was he wrong in saying too much West Coast dick licking?
Of course, it was the flip off the Hove shit, but I think Joey Badass was wrong in that flip. And keep white people opinions out of hip hop for this clip. The West Coast, I'll use DJ Head's word. I think the West Coast has a delusion right now that all of us watched Kendrick Lamar in 2024 and thought West Coast. We're looking at what the West Coast is doing. No, we're looking at Kendrick Lamar.
Kendrick lived down the block.
Kendrick lived in Brooklyn.
I'm just saying.
So I love the West Coast unity. I love the pop
Love
out.
the
Everyone there.
West Coast. Loved
But the
it.
fact that y'all think, reason you included, my friend, the fact that y'all think that we are all watching this and going, damn, look what the West Coast is doing. We are not viewing it that way. We're viewing it, look at what Kendrick fucking Lamar just did. Y'all were not in that battle.
But you also can't say that when you just sat up here and gave Rayvon all kinds of props.
I think he's a great rapper.
Said Daylight was one of your top 3 fucking battle
Without
rappers.
question,
of all
even to
fucking
this
time,
day
and you
after
were
this
looking
response.
That's
forward
him
to what
showing
he
love
was
to West
saying.
Coast. Like,
No,
he's
for
not shitting on the
sure.
West Coast.
But you can't
Schoolboy
say that.
Q's album was the most underrated rap album of last fucking year.
So then you see what Ab just did with his
Vince
partner
Staples
Freestyle.
has the best 3 album shit in the last 5 years.
Then
Not
you
even
can't
close.
sit up there and say
right.
niggas is just jealous of what Kendrick is doing because you just shouted out all the West that's doing their thing.
I know. I'm saying how they have pointed this is now everyone's upset at the West Coast.
Nobody is
Based
upset at
off
the
this
West
battle.
Coast.
Now it's like, damn, look what they all did last year and we're jealous of it. No.
Nobody.
Kendrick Lamar, who also happens to be from the West Coast, did that.
Okay. Okay.
Just a little truth serum for everyone. I think it's great. I love the
basically
unity.
you saying they still
But
not
I'm
them
telling you,
niggas.
nobody outside of LA viewed last year and went, damn, the West Coast smoked that. No, Kendrick Lamar smoked that.
Okay, so then why we don't have anybody? Why is everybody?
New
trying to-
York is trash. I'm here.
Okay, I was gonna say because
We
everybody.
are fucking awful. I would kill to have the rappers that are in the West Coast right now in New
Okay,
York
then,
City.
Let's just be honest about that because
We
you saying they ain't doing
Joey
shit.
should have got packed out, and
we
he
ain't
didn't.
doing
That's
a
why I love him.
Ass thing. We ain't doing shit either.
30 minutes ago, I just said, damn, we look soft as fuck. Joey, thank God, held his own. Because he could have got packed out by all the people that went. Daylight, Rayvon, these are good fucking rappers. Absol.
Ma, what do you think?
I don't think nobody could rap better than Jadakiss.
But is Jadakiss outside though?
You don't want him to be outside. We see what happened when Jadakiss comes.
But we also don't want. We also wouldn't want for Jay-Z to come outside. But that these are legends. Yes, we will always have the best. The best rappers that have ever been alive have been from New York. Period. But right now that are active and in these streets, who do we have? That's a
as far as like new wave New York.
New York that can rap bars.
I mean, well, New York, the younger New York, kind of for the most part, because there are still some rappers that really rap in New York. Vado being one of them.
But he's, respectfully, he's still kind of legacy, I feel like. Vado's been in the game for
No, he's been.
Time is flying.
Oh yeah, no,
he's probably been in the game for 20 years.
Yeah, no, for sure. But I mean, we still have guys that rap though.
Who?
That well, not too much of the newer cats. A lot of the newer cats are more vibe and style, and they're not really rapping. The whole drill scene kind of is like, you know, you're not really looking for the drill sound to be rap. Like they're not really spitting bars like that. It's more of a vibe and an energy. With the
So we
drill.
don't
And
have
that's
no
why I'll
hardcore
stay
rappers.
consistent. I will say the West Coast has better rappers than we do right now, for sure.
Yeah,
HD
I
been
mean,
dope from Brooklyn. I like him. He's dope, but he's still bubbling and coming up. Like we have those rappers right now, but
Is Joey not a bad? Is he not a legacy?
Yeah.
Okay.
for sure.
Yeah, I mean, the New York, the younger cats just
When did
got away
1999
from-
come out?
Yeah. The young cats just got away
11 or
from really like bars. It's not really like a lot of bar spitters in New York like that. There's some.
And we're
Yeah.
saying not legacy, because I
Yeah.
know they'll clip this and be like, yo, what the fuck? Like,
Yeah. We're talking about
I know my song could bar anybody up right now. We're talking about
The
new
new younger cats. It's not too many that's really trying to, give you bars like that. A lot of the new music coming out of New York is more vibe and energy. It's not really like bars.
And we're also open to not being tapped in.
Yeah, I mean, there's probably a few that I never heard that didn't land on my radar yet. I mean, again, I'm open to hearing whoever feel like, out of the young cats feel like they're bar spitters, then I'm open to hearing that. But other than that, I mean, yeah. Wait, but hold on though. I still think Don Q is a problem
I agree.
for the young cats, like spitting.
He probably has 10 years in too, though.
I think, yeah, but he's approaching that, 10-year thing as well. But Don Q, as far as, young cats that rap, Don Q, he's one of my favorites as far as like just really rapping.
And I mean, I'm here to give more credit to the West Coast. Don Q, maybe in a different system, would be better. No disrespect to Highbridge, the label, but publicly you can see the ups and downs that they went through.
Mm-hmm.
There was a lot of internal shit that we don't even need to speak about that had to do with Highbridge label. Had New York had a label like TDE or someone like Top Dog and Don Q goes in that system, I think he has a different career.
Mm-hmm.
So that's also where we fuck up in New York. It's not even outside of the talent level. We don't have something like a TDE. We don't have somebody like a Gucci who's going to put on every single bit of talent that is in Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have a QC.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we're trash not only currently where our music is at, as an organization, as a record label, as a whole fucking crew, we suck.
Yeah. Hey, watch your mouth though, man. I don't like the way you just said that.
Sometimes.
But you part of it though. We suck.
I'm about to say,
We suck.
But you're
listen,
right though.
you can't
But
call
you're
my
right,
kids stupid, but I can call my
I
kids
can call
stupid.
my kid fucking stupid.
Yeah, this is internal. This Christmas argument. This is just
Yeah.
for the family.
No, I get it. Yeah. No,
But-
it's definitely a problem in New York with the younger cats as far as like bar spitters though. Like we've definitely been slacking when it comes to that. It's still good music coming out of New York, but
It's not just that, I think, and we can close this because I know we're getting into like super music nerd shit, but it's not just that. For the last 20 years, New York has been bad at the bar spitters knowing how to make music. Like there's people that can rap for real, but they're not making songs.
Yeah.
Like Kiss, who you brought up, without question, obviously one of the greatest ever from New York City. When you watch Kiss's verses, were you outside of like the who shot your freestyle? Were you focusing on Kiss's bars or like, oh my God, this guy has created so many amazing songs?
Yeah, for sure. Well, both.
We lost the songs. Like even the West Coast has been amazing at creating songs. YG, maybe not the greatest rapper per se. He has a classic rap album. My Crazy Life is flawless because he knows how to make fucking songs. Kendrick can rap his ass off, but what makes Kendrick one of the greatest ever is because he knows how to make fucking songs and albums. We lost that in New York. We stopped making songs. It's either you can bar the fuck up or you're doing sexy drill. There's no middle ground where the rappers know how to make songs.
Yeah,
that only happens in
everything's
Atlanta,
energy,
Texas,
vibe.
in fucking Toronto and LA now.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a drought in as far as spitters in New York for sure though. It's definitely a drought. It's the newer guys, the younger guys. I'm not talking about legacy and guys that's been outside over 10, 12, 15 years. I'm talking about the newer cats that just came outside 5 years ago, 6 years ago. Like, it's definitely a drought.
Yeah. And I mean, I know it's fun. Like, look, blame Ebro. It's Ebro's fault. All right. Name a good song then. What song should have Ebro played?
Yeah. No, I get it.
But
Definitely get it.
I don't know.
But
Did I
we
go
love
too
the
far?
West Coast, so let's bury that.
He
narrative.
just gonna have a field day cutting this up. I'm saying this now. I know everyone that's gonna kill me is not seeing this part, but hey, watch the whole clip.
Yeah, good luck with that, buddy.
There's a lot of context in everything I said.
The shit that Peach cut out.
It's not just. I'm not just shitting on the West Coast.
Love to the East Coast, love to the West Coast. Love
to
when
the
rappers
South.
rap. Love to the South, love to the North, love to everybody across the pond in the UK or everybody. We love everybody. We support whoever's dope, whoever's hot, whoever's really, doing their thing in music. But a lot of y'all niggas is trash.
Before we get out of here, I just want to say I checked something off my 2025 predictions already. Rihanna would tease us with music, but we won't get an album. Put out a single for the Smurfs. Shit.
Well, I mean, she's doing the soundtrack, I think, right?
She's on one song.
She's one of the songs. Cardi has a song on there too. A couple people do.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, I mean, there's my checklist.
Okay.
Smoking that.
We want to send prayers to former President Joe Biden, who has been diagnosed with an aggressive form of prostate cancer. We got the news over the weekend that the former president was diagnosed, so we want to send prayers to him and his family. It was good to see, a lot of former presidents, well, those that we have left that are still living, send their support and their condolences to him and his family. So we want to send a healthy and, successful recovery to former President Joe Biden.
Very mature of you. This week, well, it'll come out next week. We are definitely breaking down that Mexican boat crashing into Brooklyn Bridge on Patreon. We might have to dedicate a full episode of Patreon to that boat crashing.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff on this list. I'm very excited for our Patreon.
That was crazy.
Johnny Gill got beat by Stevie Wonder in ping pong. There's a lot to cover.
There's air hockey.
Air hockey.
Air hockey, yeah. It's a rhythm. You got to feel it.
You can feel the air coming up from the...
Exactly. You got to feel, your senses when you lose your vision.
It's like bobsled.
Yeah, like you can feel your sense of feel and timing. It's a little... Stevie had the advantage is all I'm saying when it comes to air hockey. Stevie had the
It's like when Vince Vaughn put the shit over his face for dodgeball. Like he just had to feel it.
Yeah, you got to feel it. Your senses are, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, remember in Bloodsport when Van Damme was blind and he couldn't, he had to feel. It's the same, same thing.
Life of Bird Box. Yeah. She brought the two kids to safety. MGK couldn't do it, but she could. Also, next episode, we will be getting an update from Maul about Baddies Africa.
Oh my God.
I'm already behind the scenes in talks of like seeing how we can get involved with that reunion. Because I think you and Bobby Light would play off each other very well.
So why you keep trying to make that?
Because he's the host. He'd be in the crowd. He does crowd work.
Yes, you're right. He does. Shout out to Bobby Light.
That's all.
Yeah. Shout out to Baddies Africa, man. I'd be in the crib watching that shit. I was like, yo, nobody will believe that I'm really sitting here watching this shit. They just be on there fighting. You looked at me.
I might
fight.
I might ruin our chances now. Is Natalie Nunn the biggest culture vulture that's ever existed?
She might be. Because Natalie Nunn ain't ratchet. Like, if you remember when Natalie Nunn first made her first television appearance, she is not a ratchet girl. She ain't a girl that be fighting and none of that. And somehow she has capitalized off of girls being ratchet and fighting. But I ain't mad at her, man. Get your bag. It is what it is. But I'm locked in. I'm all the way in on Baddies, though. Baddies Africa.
As we close, would you judge me if I ordered a bunch of the Zeus security t-shirts? I got them in women's sizes too.
Why would you have
for the cruise? Like, if I got girls over, they could put on the Zeus security shit.
Yeah, but why would you want them to wear security t-shirts?
In the reunions, anytime they get in a fight and all their clothes get ripped off, security gives them the Zeus t-shirt.
Right, got that part.
I got packs of those at the crib.
For what?
If a girl needs a shirt.
So you ordered Zeus t-shirts.
Multiple sizes.
Why not just give them a regular? The one you have on would have been fine.
Yeah, but the Zeus one means more.
Okay, I hear you, man. Whatever the fuck.
I'm trying to create a culture, man.
No, I get it. I totally understand. It's a cult. It's more like
it's a fight club.
I get it.
What's the number one rule of Fight Club? Wear a Zeus t-shirt.
Y'all so silly.
Baby D.
That's what he said. What's up?
Nobody said that. You was home by yourself all
Wait,
week.
why would he say that? Wouldn't she say that?
Nah.
She fake gay. You know that. She ain't real gay.
What's up?
Demaris is real gay.
What's up? What's going on?
Okay.
I ain't debating my gayness with nobody. What's going on? You called my name.
No, I'm just
You just like the sound of my name in your mouth? I know. A lot of people do. You gonna wrap this up?
We had
Listen,
such
man,
we had such
No.
growth here today.
It's still growth. Growth is here. I love everybody. I hope everybody has a great week, safe week. We will talk to y'all soon. Be safe. Be blessed. I'm black. He's white.
A bitch as well.
White bitch.
And everyone remember that Volume said they were going to put us on the court on Wednesday.